Hello and big ups to everybody out there in the Snortex. We have a little bit of stuff to go over. It seems that DSP, boy, he just can't stop talking about Kino Casino. So let's take a peek at the Raw Philipper stream from Friday night because he wasn't here yesterday. And I just want to catch like the tail end of it. So let's take a peek at that.
Thanks. Okay.
This gets like particularly shitty because he didn't hit the goal. I think he hit $100 out of 150. And again, still, like I say, can't keep Kino just up out of his mouth. Like, just can't do it.
Oh, that's right. Oreo and Reese's is doing a collab right now where they have Reese's flavored Oreo cookies and Oreo flavored Reese's peanut butter cups. Maybe I could see if I could find that at the store. If they have it, I would actually like to try that.
Yeah, I'm totally sure he'll do that. Now, if you don't give him $1,500, he won't.
I did play Banjo-Kazooie and I played Banjo-Tooie. Full playthroughs of those games can be found right here on this channel. And they were wild. They were collectathons, and some of it was very challenging, but I got it done. I 100%ed both games. Yeah.
Both. We had an early both there. Big ups, everybody. Big ups indeed.
Oh, that can't be official. Slayer says, I saw there's a game. SpongeBob is in a horror game. It's disturbing.
This is the last little piece here, and then I swear to God, we get to where he starts talking about, somebody asks him, does he want to stream on Kick full time? And then he goes into numbers and everything with like Kino Casino.
An adult theme. That can't be official then.
The shit falls off the rails real quick, and you can still tell that like he's thinking about this like all the time.
That's got to be like some unofficial game someone made. You know, SpongeBob is supposed to be for kids. Would I ever consider streaming exclusively on Kick? Here's the thing about streaming exclusively on Kick, okay? Number one, I would actually have to only stream at a lower quality. I like the fact that now, since I upgraded my setup, I'm doing 1440p. That's the highest quality I've ever streamed at, and the videos and streams on YouTube look amazing. They really do. Like, people say, wow, what an insane step up from what you used to do, right? On Kick, I can only do 1080p. I'm going to be honest, that's kind of a bummer. I wish that they would let you do at least 1440p with even maybe one day going 4K, okay? That's number one. Number two, I am strongly of the opinion that if I were to leave YouTube entirely and come over to Kick to stream, that I would lose a lot of viewers.
Kassar, thanks for being a member for 6 months, honey. Appreciate you.
Because a lot of people have outright said, listen, you know, we've been with you on YouTube since day one. I've been a YouTuber now for over 17 years. This is year 18 of content I'm now working on. And people are just used to watching me on
the Daily Wrap, now a board meeting. No. We didn't even get to the Daily Wrap yet. This is still the end of the nighttime stream where he talked for, I don't know, like a half an hour. He didn't have time to play another game, but he had time to talk for a half hour. And so it was because he wasn't hitting the goal, and he thought that if he did chill Q and beg, he would hit the goal. He didn't, but
YouTube
but I'm telling you, as soon as this is where the gold dust is. We gotta get this guy away from the video games. Like, yeah, he's bad at them, and like he rages, and he sucks. But the thing about it is like if you can just like get him to start talking, it just starts going and going and going. And I'm telling you, at some point, Kino Casino gets thrown back into the mix. He starts getting shitty about money. Like, you got to get him away from the video games because he's so shitty at the video game. He focuses too hard and then doesn't talk.
The whole time I've streamed, right? It's been on YouTube, with the exception of a few years where I streamed on Twitch and only archived on YouTube. But even then, people say, we're YouTubers, and I don't want to betray the people who've been there for me through thick and thin over the years and kept me afloat when times were rough, when times were good. YouTube viewership and my YouTube fan base is really what's kept stuff going. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Kick viewership and the Kick support has also been great. It has been. That's why I've been on Kick for a year, and my income has been a lot better since I started co-streaming. All right? But
and I don't necessarily know about all of that. Slight X to gout. The Kick revenue was certainly helping when he was like strong in the Kino arc. But now, I'm not saying that he's not making any money, but I mean, the thousands and thousands he was raking in. Yeah, no, that's not happening on Kick anymore.
I really do feel like, let's say right now I have 230 something viewers on YouTube.
I mean, he might be getting like a few $100, maybe like a week off a Kick or whatever. But remember the other day when he was like, well, I'm going to be here for 8 days. It's an 8-day streaming week, and I want 250 subs this week. Yeah, he wants $1,250 just in Kick subs a week. So if he's getting like $300 or $400, again, you know, $1,200, $1,500, $1,600 isn't anything to sneeze at just off of Kick, because that's not even YouTube. But for him, yeah, he wants that like a week. Again, just in Kick subs, not Kicks. And we're not counting YouTube either, or PayPal, or Patreon, or anything else.
And what do I probably have? 70 on Kick? I'm just going to guess. Let's take a quick look and see how many I actually have on Kick. 86, okay? So between the two services, I'm around 330, 340 viewers right now, okay? Which is actually on average what I bring in for views. Honestly, it's pretty average for me, okay? Now, I would guarantee you that if I only streamed on Kick, my stream attendance would probably only be between 200 to 250. I would probably lose anywhere from 50 to 100 viewers if I only streamed on Kick. I firmly believe that. Because all that's going to happen is those who don't want to watch me on Kick are going to say, I'm just going to watch some illegal restreamer on YouTube then. And that's the problem. If I was not illegally restreamed, then I would say, hey, I'll bring all my viewership over the Kick. I'll make all that money from KCIP, which is the program where...
So what you're worried about is leaving YouTube and the people on YouTube not wanting to go to Kick. So instead of your loyal viewers faithfully following you over to Kick, they would just go watch an illegal restreamer. All right.
I actually get paid for views, and I'd be making more money. But the truth is, I don't think that would happen. I legit feel like people would just say, well, I don't want to watch him on Kick. I'm not going to be forced to. I'll just watch a restreamer, in which case I get nothing for it at all. Okay, zero. So, you know, and to be honest, I make a lot of income from the YouTube streams. I really do. Not only memberships, but super chats, you know.
Oh, trust me, honey. We know. You catalog it for us every day. Big ups, Nervous Noodles. What's going on, honey?
I get a lot of super chats. I do. And I'm very appreciative of that. I like the fact that when I'm streaming, you have all these methods if you want to support. You could super chat.
I love all the different ways that you have to give me money. Dude, this is not a flex. You know? Oh, you don't have a credit card? Oh, a debit card will work. Oh, I mean, I'll take a check. I'll take cash. Here, you can PayPal me. Here, do you have Zelle? Here, do you have fucking Cash App? Here, do you have this? Do you have that? I mean, are you local? Can I stop by your house? just, you know, can you swing by, put the money in my mailbox?
Or do a membership or gift memberships on YouTube. You could do Kicks now, or you could...
Super Party, how are you, honey? How you doing? I'm good.
Subs on Kick, or you could do a tip. That's great that you have options, right? The options make it that there's really no excuse. Oh, well, I just don't like to do it that way. Well, here's 3 more ways you can support if you really like the content. And it's working. Having all these options have actually helped me an absolute ton. Okay? A ton.
Can we start tipping him and put it on like Affirm payments?
So, there you go.
Right, you can throw pennies in my face, right? Do you have like, I don't know, do you have like a change jar, you know? And don't go cash that in. I'll take your, you know, do you have a tip jar? You have no money? Well, I'll take your firstborn. We have options, right? Do you have, you know, you only need 1 kidney.
And let's be honest, I think it's also kind of neat that there's a little bit of competition.
Don't worry about waking up in a bathtub filled with ice. You only need 1 lung.
Between YouTube and Kick, there is. Like, there's like the viewers sometimes go at it and they'll like razz each other, like, ha, Kick's supporting everything tonight. Kick's carrying tonight. No, YouTube is the MVP tonight. Those Kick guys are brokey bums. And then people go back and forth. It's kind of funny. I like that.
It's kind of funny to watch people fight over who gives you more money. That sounds like a really sick, gross game that people with like, I don't know, no soul like to play, or just no, I don't know.
Also like the 2 chats, because the Kick chat really does have a different feeling from the YouTube chat. The YouTube chat is always more laid back, a little bit more chill, a little bit more relaxed, while the Kick chat is always rowdy and uppity and going crazy, right? So it's kind of neat. It's neat to have that difference in the feeling. I really like that. What's up, everyone? Who's here? We got Game of Krista showed up. What's up?
Can we do a Toxie tries it every 10 times Phil doesn't hit the goal? I don't necessarily know if I would do like a Toxie tries it, but that's funny though, and that's good. We could like do something. We could do something like every 10 times he doesn't hit a goal.
Gamer Chris, good evening.
There's something to that. I like that.
Support, good evening to you.
I'm pretty creatively bankrupt, and I don't really know what.
Guys, this is my final stream of the week. I'm only here for about another 15 minutes. Could we get some support? We're at $57. Guys, this was a great week, and we were hitting all the goals, and we actually hit goals the last 2 nights that I did these horror games. It would be great if you liked this, if you liked the fact that I did indie stuff, that I went out of my comfort zone. We did random stuff for the last...
Indie horror is out of your comfort zone? Okay.
Few nights here. Please support it tonight. We can still hit the goal.
I thought about doing the Taco Bell menu, like ordering it, like actually like sitting on the app or whatever and ordering it and having it delivered because you have to. And filming it like old school style and with the sway and everything. And then I thought, is this tacky? Is this cheesy? Would anybody find this? Because here's the thing, I don't want to do it if it's not funny. So I was like, oh, would this be funny? And I threw it out there on stream as an idea, and it didn't really get much. Nobody really seemed to like say anything about it. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like maybe this isn't, maybe nobody really wants this. Taco Lunchables. Lieutenant, thank you for the 5 gifted. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for your generosity.
Goal the same way 2 nights ago. Let's hit the goal and get to 6 out of 10. So we only need 4 more goals, and we could do DSP Tries It early next week. It would be perfect to be doing it Monday or Tuesday of next week. And if you don't know what it is, it's the new...
It doesn't have to be food. It could be anything. Games, anime, and activity, something funny. That's true. We should do something. Maybe every 10 times. I can keep track. Maybe every 10 times he doesn't hit the goal, maybe there's maybe I'll stream it like a different time, and we'll watch something different. Maybe we can vote on something different to watch or something like that.
Taco Bell.
If you want games tonight, I don't know what time yet. Tonight, myself and Mr. Toxic are going head to head in Monopoly. He's going to get his ass beat. So that's what we are going to do over on Mr. Toxic's channel tonight. Again, I wish I knew what time.
Frank's Red Hot Menu, plus they all have a different...
I think 8 o'clock, but...
burrito, it's a... fiery, no. It's those it's the Fritos that are hot. Something hot Doritos.
I swear to God, he brings up Kino Casino. I swear to God.
I don't know what it's called. God, I forgot what they're called. So this...
Oh, wait, what? First of all, why am I doing this to myself? This is so fucking stupid. You guys need to call me on my retardation.
Really spicy Doritos. They're putting not Doritos, Fritos.
There we go.
Fritos. They're putting the spicy Frito, flaming
8 p.m. and no, I won't be losing. Bitch.
They're putting flaming hot Fritos into a burrito, and then they're using a new Frank's Red Hot, Diablo sauce, in also a burrito or taco, and a new loaded fries with chicken. So I'm trying all of that stuff next week on DSP Tries It. So let's hit that goal.
It sucks for you, geek. Too slow. Me and Mr. Toxic already went to Taco Bell and got the Frank's Red Hot stuff. So, fuck you, loser. Too slow.
Tonight, so we can do it as soon as possible early next week. Literally, the menu launch.
Are you going to put them on hard like Aaron and then complain when they kick your ass? First of all, if anything, he is Aaron. I am not. I assume that maybe if we throw a couple of extra computer players in there, then it would be fun. It would be a little bit more interesting instead of just me versus him. But if you guys want, we can put the computer on hard. And yeah, it will absolutely fucking destroy you.
It's like yesterday. It would be perfect for us to be doing it as soon as possible. Let's go. Let's go right now. Let's get some subs on Kick. Let's get some super chats on YouTube. Right now, let's get a few. Let's get some shout outs going. Sounds good for the colon? Well, it probably hurts on the way out, and it probably cleanses quite a bit. You're not going to get constipated eating anything at Taco Bell.
That's not necessarily accurate. You don't know about people's diets. You don't know what that could do to somebody. I'm not here to talk like some kind of gastroenterologist or something, but... I'm sitting on Baltic with crap paying luxury tax out the ass. Yeah, we're going to play, like I say, Monopoly at, he says 8 o'clock. So if that's what he says, that's fine. 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're, you don't have to be subbed to his channel, but if you are, we'll be over there at 8 o'clock.
Someone just said in Kick Chat, Phil, it's weird we don't make the front page of Kick anymore. Yeah, let's be honest here. You notice what was happening is that moderators
Is it weird that they kept putting me on the front page and nobody stuck around?
for Kick, they're actual like admins. We're coming into the chat and we're putting us on the front page, which would boost viewership for.
I think it's like 9:32 or something. So we're at like 9:29. I think in a couple of minutes
Rarely.
here, he gets into the whole Kino thing about they wanted me to do drama and blah, blah, blah. He cannot stop thinking about these fucking dudes. Mr. Toxic did put his link in the chat. If you want to sub, you
And
can
it would actually get more view numbers and things on
go and do that. Again, you don't have to. You can just come hang out, watch the stream. Or you don't have to do either one. You can be like, no, fuck you.
streams.
I don't want to do
And
that.
it looked like they were actually purposefully trying to do that to get me into the Kick Partner Program. If you didn't notice, it looked like they were trying to give the channel a push, get it into the Partner Program. And honestly, it looked like when we got into the Partner Program, that all ended, right? Also, didn't you notice that there were nights where views would get massively inflated on Kick for no reason, and then it would drop down to like normal levels again out of nowhere, and that also ended about the time when I quit Kino Casino. You notice the funny correlations there.
He's like accusing Kino Casino of view botting him. Let me shut my whore mouth because here's where we get into the Kino Casino stuff. So let me
Into the Partner Program, that all ended, right? Also, didn't you notice that there were nights where views would get massively inflated on Kick for no reason, and then it would drop down to like normal levels again out of nowhere, and that also ended about the time when I quit Kino Casino? You notice the funny correlations there. Just saying, you know? Now, I don't know what I think Kick wants to get a lot more people excited about streaming on Kick. So that's nice of them. If that's really what their intention was to try to boost my views so I could get into the Partner Program, people would see, oh, Phil's a success story. More people should stream on Kick now. And more power to them. You know, really.
I clicked on his chat the other day or his video the other day, and it said that I thought it was Raw Phil for a second because it said that there were 600 viewers or something. And I had to like go, what? And see that it was like DSP Gaming, and it said like 636 viewers. And I thought, oh, is he getting like botted? I didn't really think about it, but
I'm going to be honest here. It was very bizarre.
Fun fact, he was view botted during Darkwood. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cause yeah, I saw like 600 and some people and I went, that ain't right.
That when I first started streaming my politics show, the first and second shows had massive views and then the viewership completely disappeared for like episode 3. Okay?
It's true. I do stare and judge people silently, but I'm positive people stare at me and judge me silently. So we all just do it together.
It's really weird that the first couple of episodes of Smart Guys had humongous views and those views
This part is so sad. This part is so sad right here. He really can't figure this out. And I want to just let this play here for a minute. I don't know if this is just he's too stupid or if it's denial, but this part's particularly interesting to me.
completely disappeared after a couple of episodes. Okay? Do you see the pattern that I'm making here? Do you see what I'm trying to get at here? I have no evidence of what I'm saying, but isn't it a bizarre pattern that we were getting giant inflated views when I had positive association with Kino Casino, and then as soon as I decided I'm done with them and I moved on, all of that just completely disappeared? So,
I mean, because they left and took all of their people with them. Also, we were excited to see what a disaster the wrestling show would be. We were all excited to see what a disaster all this shit would be. It's the same thing with everything that you do. At first, it gets massive views. Then you're either boring or you're angry or you're, just so fucking rude to people. And then everything just fucking dies out. Yeah, you shit on Kino Casino. And then they said, well, fine, eat a dick, and took all their people with them. Like, this is really so sad. It really is. He's stupid and in denial. It could be a little of column A and column B. Big ups, movie sign. How are you, honey?
I'm just saying. I think, put 2 and 2 together and you figure it out.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is, sir, is I did put 2 and 2 together and figure it out. And people, every time you do something because you are a spectacular failure, because you fail with such flair, everyone shows up once or twice to get a fucking laugh at your expense, and then nobody fucking cares anymore.
Because I can tell you right now, I never had nothing to do with it. I do not condone that kind of behavior whatsoever. I don't.
What, view botting?
I want nothing to do with that crap. I don't. I want nothing to do with it at all. Any viewers that I have on my content, I want to be legitimate. I want to be fans. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. I want positive viewership, positive support. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, honey, of your fans are there for you, okay? You have Derek probably hiding in there somewhere. Jade's there. Ryan loves you. Slayer's still fucking, retarded for you. So, you got your half a dozen people that will do anything for you.
I don't want fake stuff. I never would seek that out. I completely condemn that kind of behavior. But I just find it so mysterious.
He has no evidence of what he's saying, but he says it like it's fact. He has no evidence of it, says it like it's fact, and he's completely wrong. Why on earth would Kino Casino view bot him? That's so fucking stupid.
And all of a sudden, I was getting massively inflated views around that time period. And then when I left, it all just disappeared.
I'm not sure if he doesn't know what he's talking about or...
No, that's not what I'm saying, but you're really stupid. I'm not saying that I think Kino Casino has power over Kick. I'm saying I think that there's a very big view-botting element involved there. That's all I'm going to say. I can't prove anything, but, let's be honest.
But you're accusing them.
How was it that out of nowhere I was getting view bots when I was associated with them?
Yeah, this is Friday, because he didn't stream yesterday. He was off. So this is Friday night when he stopped playing horror games and decided to talk for like a half hour.
And they disappeared.
Because it's just the most recent thing. So we're going to watch this, and I'm now realizing I don't have my phone here with me, but that's okay. I don't need it. In a few minutes, I will check to see like when he shows up on Rawville, and then when he is, when he actually decides to go live and grace us with his presence, then we'll go hang out. We get a full podcast today, so expect it to be super boring. Viewers left when Kino left. Wow, what a mystery. Right? Who would have thought?
Good. They're saying that they now have systems in place to detect fake views for KCIP. That's great.
But also, it's like, they gave you a shot, dude. They said to their people, hey, go check this guy out. Go give this guy a shot. Toss him a few bucks and it be nice. And then he shit all over Kino Casino. Or, he tried to. He just, couldn't do it because he sucks. So he didn't really do it efficiently. But, he tried. A for effort, I guess. But
I'm glad to hear that. Because, again, that could get you in big trouble if people are trying to intentionally do that shit.
If you're accusing them of things that they're not doing, which is what you're leaning towards here, that's you're teetering on some slanderous shit, sir, which I do believe you can be sued for. Slanderous shit. Chiba, thanks for the 5, honey. I appreciate you. Big ups, Toxie. I'm still waiting for more daily roasts. And I was going to make this a daily roast, but then I realized because he didn't stream yesterday, I wouldn't have anything to talk about today before he goes live. So I held on to it. So they're coming.
That is correct. And by the way, no, I'm not walking on eggshells. Get the fuck out. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, someone says something about him walking on eggshells.
Walking on eggshells. There's no eggshells. Here's what I think happened.
Okay, here's what he thinks happened. See, the man can't help himself. I'm not walking on eggshells. I'm not tiptoeing around it. Fuck you, I'll show you. The man cannot help himself. There's no self-control when someone tries to just goad him into something. When someone tries to bait him into something, he can't just not read it or not think about it or move on. So here we go.
That when what Kick wanted to do was during that time period when I was trying to qualify for the partner program, they wanted to help me. So they legitimately had mods coming by and saying, this is an established streamer. This guy's been around for a very long time. Let's help him out to get the numbers so he can be in the program. Then he can tell everyone the positivity of the program, which I did. I told everyone this is good. If I get in the program, I make some extra revenue, which I do, right? It's a good program. To get paid for just flat views is amazing. You're not going to get that anywhere else. You only get that on Kick. That's an amazing positive thing. That's not what I'm talking about. I think that the casino was artificially inflating my views.
See, so now he just says it. I think the casino was artificially inflating my views.
For special events like the beginning of the politics show, the beginning of Smart Guys, they wanted to try to get those shows to look like they had an artificial boost, to see like they were popular when really...
I don't think they had an artificial boost. People had been waiting for you to do DS Politics because they wanted to see what kind of cringy fucking shit you would say. And then everyone found out that you were just a boring, scared little wiener and you were just gonna fucking fence ride and not pick one side or the other. And people got bored and fucked off. And the wrestling show, damn if PPP didn't do everything he fucking could, but it just so quickly fell apart because you, sir, just sat there like an asshole and didn't say anything. PPP talked about all the matches. You just nodded and shook your head and fucking agreed to everything. You had no original opinion all your own because you didn't want to do any of the fucking work. I, honest to God, wouldn't have been surprised if he said he was watching those fucking wrestling shows and he wasn't even watching them. I, honest to God, wouldn't even be surprised. Or if it was on the TV and he was knee deep in WWE champions. and just fucking phoned it in and just sat there and nodded like an asshole. The only thing that, the wrestling show, I almost said Kino Casino. No, the only thing the wrestling show was ever popular for was the Grill Phil segments which he did like a putz until he started to get so fucking embarrassed because it just turned into PPP fucking calling him out and humiliating him.
They really weren't. And then as soon as I cut off that association, that was the end of that, right? Never happened again.
Yeah, because people hung out for politics for a couple episodes and you were boring, so they fucked off. And people hung around a little bit for the wrestling show, and then they fucked off. I'm not saying you never got view botted, but even if you were, Kino Casino didn't do that to you. To what point and purpose would that benefit Kino Casino? What? That doesn't make any logical sense.
But again, that's just a guess, a shot in the dark.
Add to that, the politics show devolved into him reading news about Donkey Kong. That too.
I have no evidence. They never said anything like that, but it's just mysteriously a coincidence, right? Just an odd, mysterious coincidence.
You can't. Okay, maybe you can. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I went to a different school for a different thing and I didn't even finish that. But it's like, you can't say things like that. You can't just say that people are like doing things that are like scammy or illegal or wrong when they're not. That's slander. Like, you're telling lies about people that aren't true. You can't say that this person's doing ABCXYZ and it's illegal and it's this and it's that. Like, I don't know, man. I do believe that Kino may have already seen this part. I don't know. I thought
no, I mean, there were
Kino
some other fans
reacted
that came
to this.
over. That is true, but definitely not long term. Whatever I saw, whenever something happened that was drama, yes. But any of my normal streams were not affected at all. I probably had, I'm not kidding, 20 extra viewers from the casino that actually watched my game content. That was it.
Well, yeah, because your game content is the shittiest stuff that you do. People don't watch Kino Casino for video game stuff. They watch it for, Ashton and Andy talking. They don't watch it for video games.
There's a viewer base that 100% wants one thing, drama. That's it. That's all they want is drama. So, and if you give them any other content besides drama, they won't support it. They won't.
I hope they do sue him because he spouts random slander. Like, again, to what point and purpose? He ain't got no money. Oh, this is such a great face. Durr.
Show up, they don't care. And that's why I got tired of it. Like, I don't want to do drama content constantly. Every once in a while, you're going to bring up
Phil is a broke dick loser. Very true words right there.
It's different, but I can't just sit here and do drama all day, every day. That's what they wanted me to do. Literally outright, Ashton told me you have to stop playing video games entirely. It's not going to work. It's falling apart. You need to do drama like us. And you're good at it and you'll do well at it if you do it, but you got to start because your whole base is going to fall out.
So Ashton told him that this is what he's saying. Ashton told him that video games weren't going to work. You need to quit doing that. And you need to go and do drama stuff or do other shows, do other things.
But he told me. And that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to find a way to pull me in so that I couldn't get out. Kind of like freaking The Godfather, right? They wanted to get me so embroiled and engaged in this toxic shit that I was not going to be able to escape. And when I saw that was happening.
I don't know. That sounds awfully heavy. And Ashton has gone on record many times as saying, Phil, all you had to do was say, I don't want to do this anymore. And he would have been like, that's fine, man. Like, that's all you have to do.
That's when I took action.
That's all you have to say. Is no, I don't want to do this anymore.
To get the hell out. I was like, nah, I'm not going to get caught up in your fucking web of sick shit. I'm just not. Wow, my touchpad does not work anymore.
Sneak bag for the lappy.
That's why I had to get out of there when I did. Because I felt like the noose was tightening around the neck and that they were going to pull it and I was going to be stuck, and I'm not going to have any.
So it's a classic case of fuck you, I'll hurt you before you hurt me. Very mature.
He would be my boss or my master and tell me how to work and how to do and what to do. Fuck that. So that's why I got the fuck out of there.
No one tells me what to do. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm an entrepreneur. I am a businessman. Who's got $5?
But that's what I mean. Like, I didn't get any long-term benefits from being with those guys. It was short-term gain, and then no one doing anything to support any of my other shit. Even the shit that Ashton was in Smart Guys was failing. Smart Guys was not doing well. We were doing entire shows where more than half the show was Ashton basically making fun of me. And I was like, yeah, we'll allow it. Let's see how it does. And then the show wouldn't even do good. So what was the fucking point? And then it's hilarious. I actually separated my attachment to them and I'm doing better now than I was back then.
Absolute lie. He's nearly gone back to how bad it was pre-Kino.
I literally am.
He's had Not every day, to be sure, but there have been several days where neither stream hits a goal. And that's where he was at right before he, got hooked up with Kino Casino.
Content is doing better now overall than it was when I was.
But he wants to sit here now and say, well, Ashton told me that video games wouldn't work. How many times has he said, and I think he did it just a few days ago, he literally just stopped the stream and said, no one is supporting for the game. So we're going to stop the game and we're just going to talk. But video games work. But video games make him successful. But I mean, like even tonight, this is technically Friday night, but this night here that we're watching, he stopped with like 35 minutes to go. He could have played a bit, of another game or started a new game or, done something. Hell, he could have even, booted up another game and played for a half an hour or so. But no, he saw he wasn't hitting the goal. As you can see up at the top of the screen there, King's Tax, $57. And he's been talking for a minute. He stopped the games because he knew it wasn't hitting the goals. But he wants to sit here and go, Ashton wanted me to stop playing video games and do other stuff, and that won't work. But now here he is, stopping the video game and trying to shit on Kino Casino, which is doing drama content, by the way. So he's doing exactly what Ashton told him to do. He still doesn't hit the goal, but he doesn't end at $57. He ends at almost double that. Who'd have thought?
Doing shit with them. Because what happened was
and he cannot stop thinking about these dudes.
What's happened is my fan base, my true fans out there, right? You guys have seen what could happen if I decided to change. If I decided to go against all my morals and values, if I decided to be the drama guy.
But you sure seemed to do it when it was profitable. You sure seemed to do it when the numbers were inflated. It's cute that Toxie is still trying to find logic.
And change everything. Because you saw a little bit of it, you got a taste of it, right? You saw that.
That is very much me. There is logic to this. The logic is, I think, annoyingly simple. The man is just highly narcissistic and has the classic signs of narcissism. The constant contradictions, the rules for, it's just, I guess I just don't like that answer. Like, I understand it. I understand narcissism. And I understand that this dude is like textbook, but it's just weird to me. I guess I do try to dig a little deeper. It doesn't really have to be that deep, but I guess I just don't really understand where this mentality comes from.
And basically what happened was, once people saw that, they got...
The dented zone really, really hurt Phil. I'll be honest, if somebody made a video like that about me, it would really, really hurt me. Like, I'm a human being. I'm not saying don't do it. Like, I'm not saying don't make videos about him, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't get a good laugh at his expense. And, I'm a pretty shitty person sometimes. I feel like some people maybe deserve to be laughed at a little bit, but I am a human being, and if half of this shit got said about me that is said about him, it would hurt my feelings. I won't lie.
Wait a minute, I don't want that from Phil. Phil's different. Phil's a different kind of creator. We like that he stuck to his guns for so many years. That's why we're a fan.
Except you didn't, though, King Snake. You said you went to them. You were going to snake them. You did snake them. You robbed them. And now here we are again on the other side of the coin talking about morals and values and how you're not going to do that. But wait, King Snake?
If he stops doing the gaming content and doing this other content, that's going to change everything. It's going to make it a more toxic place to be. It's not going to feel like a good place for games. People were saying, dude, you're skipping half the...
Hey, act like a shithead, get called a shithead, fair game. I do believe that when you act like an asshole and you act, like this, then yeah, that's pretty much how you're going to be treated. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
The games, they were right. I wasn't even playing half the games because I was too busy. I was doing drama shit and everything constantly. The podcasts weren't even about games anymore, right?
You robbed them all right. Robbed them of their time. That's true.
So, there you go. I just don't know what would have happened if I had stuck with them. I think right now I probably would have been out of business. I'm serious. Like, I know I wouldn't have maintained, or I would have been some lackey of theirs been forced to do garbage content I don't want to do, which would have been awful. I would have hated. Here's the difference. The content I'm doing now, I actually enjoy.
He doesn't. That's an absolute lie. Don't ever, if of all the lies, this is the one you believe the least, that he loves doing it. Look at this face. Look at this stupid fucking face.
I know that my viewers genuinely enjoy it. And
No. Then how come you're at $57 right now? If everyone enjoys it, why are they not just like throwing insurmountable amounts of money at you?
I'm doing well doing it. I'm not filthy rich, but I'm doing well for myself making this style of content. All right.
Well, we know you're not filthy rich because you're over there begging for $5.
Right? The content that I would do with them probably would make good money, but I would hate myself. I would hate the content I put out. And I would
You hate yourself now, so what the fuck is the difference? The money all spends the fucking same. You already have no soul. You might as well just go fucking do it.
hate myself at the end of the day. Okay? It's that simple.
Oh, yes. You're just so much more gooder than Kino Casino, except for how you've been shitting on them right now.
I had to get out.
Oh, we know.
No,
We know. They were humiliating you. They were making you look like an asshole, and it was really, really funny.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. He's saying, but I thought it's just the casino viewers. No, the casino viewers didn't watch any of my shit. There was like 10 of them. I can tell you right now. There was one guy, he was called,
Come on. Don't act like you don't know his name.
Jerry the White. Jimmy the White. You know, he was supposed to be like a
Perry the White.
Gandalf spinoff or whatever. There was like 5 to 10 actual hardcore casino viewers who came over and watched my stuff and supported it. That was it.
Hey, Skybomb. How you doing, honey? What's going on?
Literally everything else was just they come over once, this sucks because it's not the casino making fun of people, and they would leave. So all those inflated views were not legit people, I'm telling you. They weren't. It was garbage. I knew it from at first, when I first did the politics show, I was like, oh wow, there's this much interest. And then 2 weeks later, there was like 1/4 the amount of viewers. I was like, that was all bullshit.
No, that's not true. I think a lot of people were actually interested in DS politics. I really do think that people, maybe not to hear his opinion, but to not hear his opinion. I don't think he was going to change anyone's mind. I don't think he was going to have any kind of intelligent debate, regardless of, which way he went. But I think people were interested in like him saying like super cringy shit. And I'm not saying that he didn't, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I know a lot about politics because I don't, and I don't want to. But what I do know is you need to pick a side, bro. If you want to be entertaining anyway, if you want to be entertaining and build an audience, you need to pick a side. Nobody wants this like wishy-washy fucking bullshit.
There's no way that was legit. That was all crap. It wasn't ever real. So 2 contributions here.
He just doesn't want to admit that the show's failed. He doesn't want to admit that DSP Reacts died, DSP Throwback died, DSP Politics or DS Politics or what the fuck ever died, that Smart Guys died. He doesn't want to admit that he has tried and Legos failed. The only thing that doesn't fail is DSP tries it. I don't know how it keeps working. I think Ryan is infatuated watching this man eat like a cow.
There was 100 kicks from Sneed Cobain. Thanks, Sneed.
I don't know if there's any more. I think he just gets, I think that's like the most the Kino.
Cut tail and run, and I don't blame it,
Oh, yeah. He says that the Perry the White guy, he said that dude, like when everything fell apart with Kino Casino, like he tried to stick around and give him money and then something happened and he left. It's inconsequential. Doesn't matter. But yeah, the guy's name was Perry the White.
All right, guys. So last few minutes here. I'll hang out for like 5-10 more minutes, and then I'm out of here for the week. Sorry we got into drama talk there. People started talking about it and got me derailed as usual. So let's end on a more.
So you're going to blame other people instead of admitting that you have no self-control. But I thought you didn't do drama. I'm just repeating myself at this point.
More positive note. Anything else you guys want to talk about? And
Ryan thinks the chomp noises are the highest form of ASMR. Maybe to him it is, but
Wait, any final support, considering the fact that we're only at 68, we didn't even get halfway to the goal. Sure, it would be great to get some more support here at the end. Anyone here who enjoyed this Halloween Horror Nights that we just did with these weird indie horror games, I would appreciate we get support. And if we hit our goal for tonight, it would be great. No, these nights were just filler nights because this week I had all intentions of playing Battlefield 6 like 3 more times this week, and because Battlefield 6 completely fell through and basically my viewership didn't like it, that's why we had these random nights. Next week we're gonna be busy.
Perry also bought a shirt from Phil's merch store, showed it off to flex on the haters, got bullied, and deleted his Twitter. Classic bitch. I didn't know that, Ivy. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Next week we're gonna be juggling.
That's so funny.
Song Act 3, more Pokemon, American Truck Simulator.
I'm so glad you shared that. I didn't know that. That's so funny.
Ninja Gaiden 4 and Tormented Souls 2. Oh, and I almost forgot. And Mario Galaxy 2 will now continue because we're not going to play the Vampire Bloodlines 2 game because reviews say it's very mediocre to bad. So we're just doing some more Mario in there too. So we're going to be doing all of that next week. We are not going to have empty night streams. We're going to be very busy next week. No worries there. Be More Righteous. Thanks for 100 kicks. Appreciate that. Come on, let's go. Let's get a last minute rallying. Let's do it, folks. Let's get a last.
I know he's probably live over on Raw Phil, but I just want to catch a little bit more of the begging. I want to try to build up a fair amount of skip juice because I just have the feeling he's just not going to have a whole lot to talk about today.
Minute rallying. Let's hit that goal right now. Let's get a sub on kick. Just one.
I just kind of want to see him like piss his pants a little bit and get mad he doesn't hit the goal.
Let's get a super chat. Let's get a membership. Let's get a tip. Let's go. Let's go a little bit. And once we get that momentum going, I guarantee we can hit this goal tonight. But we got to get it right now. Let's go just a little bit. Here you go. Slayer with a 10 Singaporean dollar super chat. I enjoyed your stream today. Last Wednesday while on vacation in Malaysia, I got food poisoning, probably from a taco food truck with minced chicken. Now I'm almost better. I'm sorry to hear that. Damn. You went on vacation in Malaysia, you got sick. That sucks. That straight up sucks. Well, I'm happy to hear you're getting better. It sucks when food prep is just not up to standard and then you have to suffer for it. That was $7.72 right there from Slayer. Thank you so much, Slayer.
If DSP got sued, would you mind being his special examiner to testify about his psychological behavior? I wouldn't have any business in an actual courtroom testifying. I'm not a licensed clinical psychologist or a psychiatrist. I went to college for a PhD program in psychology to be a psychologist, yes, but I did not finish. I do not have a PhD or anything in psychology, so I would definitely not be qualified. What I can do is sit here on the internet and talk about what a narc I think he is, and in my own way, through the knowledge I have from college and from things I've just learned and studied on my own, I can sit here and talk shit about him and analyze him psychologically because I can do that. So that's what I can do. But in a legitimate courtroom, no, I'm a fucking nobody. I don't have a piece of paper says I'm smart.
Which means we're now at 76. And then Operation Paper Clippy just gifted a membership. That's our first membership of the night. Now we're at 79 of support.
We can stand outside. We can all hang out and outside the courtroom together and hold up a big sign he's a douchebag or, something like that. But
let's go. We're rallying right now. Let's continue. Who's next? Let's just get one piece of support from somebody else. Let's get a sub or let's get some kicks. We're doing it right now. We got it. We're turning around. We're going to hit that goal.
I watched Robust Urban Garlic's video of him playing Pokemon, and it was a great video that he did, but God, his Pokemon gameplay made me fucking hate myself.
Go.
Sir?
Will I ever return to React content like documentaries?
Oh, here we go. Here's a really good question. Let's see what he has to say about this.
The thing was, when I did the first earlier React content to the Wings of Redemption documentary, to my own...
This is really a yes or no question. Are you going to return to React content or not?
Own documentaries and stuff like that. That stuff got a lot of attention, right? But I think what happened was the misstep was doing the React show. Because once I normalized the React content and I made it so mainstream, I'm doing it every week, people got bored of it. I think that was a big problem. That doing it weekly, it got boring. Maybe I should have only done it once a month or once every other week. I did it too often. And once it becomes too common, it doesn't feel special anymore. It's just
Too bad you can't prescribe Phil antipsychotics. Yeah, again, I'm not qualified to do a psych eval on him, but seeing him here and knowing what I know, I don't personally believe he would need an antipsychotic. But again, that boils back down to what the fuck do I know?
The Lego streams. At first, the Lego streams were doing well. Then I did it too often and it fell off. And then what happened? I brought it back after months away and it worked again. Right? That's what I mean. So that's what I think. I think that's what I have to do is do things at a more varied rate.
Your Honor, I diagnosed this man with douchebag personality disorder.
A lessened rate, not doing it all the time, and then it's going to work. So reacting, maybe I could bring it back. Maybe if we had one big thing, right? One thing that was a great way to return back to reacting, a big event, then maybe people would actually like it and support it. But if I brought back the React show again, that's not going to work.
So no, we didn't have to go through this whole thing. So no.
Yes, Carlos, I'm liking Pokemon a lot. I don't know if it's going to last, but I am liking it so far.
Oh, people got tired of it. He made you pay to do the work for him. I'm surprised it lasted half as long as it did when he did DSP Reacts. You had to pay a monthly membership fee to go out into the internets and find him clips and then submit the clips that he would then watch and react to. He got people to pay to do the work for him. Biggest douche in the universe. Is he, though, a bigger douche? than what was his name? John Edwards. Is he a bigger douche than that? Probably.
All right, guys, come on. Can we get that rallying to hit that goal? Look where we are. We're at $79. We could go. We could do it right now. Let's get to 100. Someone get us to 100 right now. Maybe a tip, a super chat, something. Get us to the 100. Can we get some more subs? We only had like 2 subs tonight. Actually, we only had 2 subs like all day. Thank you, Gamer Chris, for $10. He says, love your stream. So Cat and Jasper are doing well. Hope you have a good night. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to enjoy a day off tomorrow. More relaxing day and a nice, cool autumn day. The weather has changed for the better, which we're very excited for. Should be a great day tomorrow, hopefully. We'll see. Well, hopefully, yes. Thank you, Gamer.
Imagine basing your whole day around like what the weather's going to be.
For Chris. I don't know. When does that NASCAR game come out? People have mentioned there's a new NASCAR game
Is he going to play a NASCAR game?
coming out that I can maybe do as like driving with my wheel, but I don't know when it actually comes out. Swamp Dog Clyde just dropped a membership. Thank you, Swamp Dog. Guys, now we're up to 92. Let's go. Get it to the 100. We're at $92 of support. Let's get to
Guys, let's go. Get me to the 100. Okay.
100 right now. We can do it. Come on, because I got to go. I still got to do the daily wrap. I still got to upload. I got to set up for Sunday. Let's hit that goal. We're right freaking there. Why is there no support from Kit?
You could ask him for a confession to get momentum going in the courtroom. That's amazing.
Seriously. You guys all day watching me. All day. And all you can do is 3 subs? Really? Can't get another sub from Kick tonight. Can't get another kicks there. Can't do nothing, huh? Nothing.
Begging for $5. That's where we are. Begging for $5.
November 11th. Okay, let me put it on my wish list right now. Let's find it. This NASCAR game is what we're talking about. Is it NASCAR 25? Yes, it is. November 11th. Didn't? Well, thank you, Clyde the dog, for the gifted sub. I'm absolutely shocked he didn't have a gifted sub yet. Now we're at 97 of support, guys. Look at this. Let's go.
Note from the future, he only makes 3 more bucks.
Is the wheel compatible with the NASCAR?
And we've got like almost 10 more minutes left of this. I don't know if we'll watch the whole rest of the 10 minutes, but
right? You would definitely think that it would be, but I mean, I guess there's no for next week. It would be. Hella's friend Clippy just gifted a membership. I don't know what's up with these Clippy names, but okay, thanks for $3. We're now at 100. Look at that.
I think he ends it right here, and then when it ends, then we'll go to Rawville.
Just like that, we're at 100.
And that's where it stays.
For some reason, it's not popping up. There it is. I was like, when is it going to pop up? There it goes. Okay. Pepsi fan says this is an exact copy of last Indie Night. You say that, but we're only at 100. Last Indie Night, we hit and exceeded the goal. So it's not actually a copy. I wish it was, but we're not there yet. We're almost there. We're right there. And I need to get going.
What, you haven't berated these people enough?
Oh, for goodness sakes. Here, I'm going to go charge my controller so I don't forget.
Imagine asking for money, like demanding money, and then just getting up and fucking off. Like, oh, fuck you, give me some money. I'm just going to go do something else now. Like, nope, I don't care. And I'm going to make you sit here and watch.
Oh, all right. Well, guys, I guess we're not going to hit it tonight. It sucks. We're so damn close. Thank you for hanging. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed the impromptu chill. I hope that you enjoyed the games that we messed, around with. Geez, this thing doesn't work anymore. But I really do. I got to get going. I mean, now it's late. I really have to get out of here. But so, thanks for watching.
Yep, all that nothing you got to do.
See you soon. Okay, really quick, everyone. Remember, I am not here tomorrow. I'm off. I hope that you all have a safe and fun Saturday. Really, I do. I return on Sunday. There will be a Level 1 podcast Sunday morning, okay? And on Sunday, there will also be a major stream of Silk Song, which I'm excited for because now we are in...
Oh, Christ. Still?
Act 3. We are now in the act where we can move forward with the secret content. Everything apparently is challenging. The true, actual story will happen. So I'm excited to see how this is all going to go. I hope you'll join me here for that first stream of Act 3 on Sunday.
This much begging from someone who claims to be successful and not hitting the goal doesn't bother him. I don't believe him. Oh, no, it absolutely just fucking... Yeah, it chooses ass when he doesn't hit the goal.
Chill. That's going to be fun as always. And then Monday...
I think it hurts him because obviously he wants the money. But I also think it hits him on a deeper level if he doesn't hit the goal because I think it hits him emotionally like, well, people must not like me. Or they must not like what I'm doing. Because, yeah, he does get happy when he gets the money and you call it the money buff and he gets all excited and everything. But I think he gets happy for 2 reasons. One, he likes the money, but I think it makes him feel like people like me. Oh, people like me. They're gifting subs and they're getting subs and they're giving me tips and super chats. Oh, see, people like me.
Do Pokemon as the day stream and the premiere of Ninja Gaiden 4 as the late stream.
I think that's how he sees it at this point is if you give me money, then you must like me. So if he doesn't make money, he doesn't feel like anyone likes him.
Okay.
So I think it's tied
Fair
to
enough.
more. I think it's tied to more than the gambling addiction. I think it's tied quite a lot to his self-esteem. All right, let's hang out with Raw Phil. Let's see what's going on today. Let me head on over there.
Good to be true.
Oh, he shows up quite late here, I see. One moment, please, while I bypass the cringe.
What's going on?
Well, as much cringe as I possibly can. All right, here we go. And we are live-ish. So he's fucking 10 minutes late, so we only have 12 minutes of skip juice. Super.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. It is time for the beginning of a brand new streaming week here on DSP Gaming. And man, it's going to be a good one with brand new games, exciting stuff going on. I'm pumped. This has been a great October so far, and we continue with that awesome vibe all week long. So today, let's get...
How late was he? I mean, he's been, at this point, at 11:40, he's been streaming for 55 minutes, but he usually shows up about 11:30, so he's 10 minutes late.
Caught up. I'll tell you about my day off yesterday. We'll talk about the upcoming schedule with the exciting multiple new releases this week. But even more interesting than that, we got news. A Twitch streamer gets attacked at TwitchCon, and Twitch acts like nothing happened. Wish I was making it up. In addition, Mr. Miyamoto of Nintendo fame gets interviewed about Nintendo in the movies and says some things that shocked the entire gaming community. Right. So, all this and more on today's week-beginning episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Poll the chatters if they're jealous of Phil and want to be him. It's a collective no. I'm just going to speak for everybody right now and just say it's a collective no. You might want the money that he makes, and there's nothing wrong with that. You might want the 6 figures a year. You don't want to have to do this in order to get it. Nobody wants to. Because here's the thing. If you were okay with doing that, then you would. But, you're not okay with that because it's yucky. So you can say, like, maybe you're jealous of the amount of money that he makes, or you're jealous that, he's got these whales that are like ridiculously loyal to him or whatever. But to be him, no, nobody wants to be that man. I have a great life and I'm this and I'm that. Not working 6 days a week. Fuck, I don't work 6 days a week. I don't want to work 6 days a week. Oh yeah, that's a good point. We place our bets how he makes this Twitch story about himself. It's a good point. Thank your lucky stars you aren't Philip Burnell. I think we all do. Does he make a lot of money? He makes 6 figures a year. He's been on YouTube for 17, 18 years. He's pulled $100,000 and more every year. He's made $2.5 million off YouTube.
Seems to end more abruptly now. Anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. I'm DSP. This is the Level 1 Podcast for Sunday, the 19th of October, 2025. The start of a 5-day streaming week. That's right, 5 days of streaming for me this week. FYI, if you're not aware, I've been streaming a lot this month. Like 6-day weeks, pretty much 3 straight weeks, if not longer. And this week, I'm going to take a little bit of...
You always typically do 6 days.
Extra time off to spend time with my wife. Therefore, I'll be here today through Thursday, with Friday and Saturday being my 2 days off. But then when I'm back next week, it'll be another 6-day week, ending and culminating with the Halloween Marathon. Speaking of which, let's get right into that because I have a couple updates for all of you, all right? Update number 1. Within a couple of days here, essentially on the next podcast that I do, we are going to go through your nominations, the games that you said you want to see me play during the Halloween Marathon this year. So if you have not nominated your games yet, I don't know what on earth you were waiting for, but now would literally be your last chance.
I know, no butt plug shirt. I am sad.
The next show, we will be going through that list and seeing what you want and see what the most nominated games are. So how do you nominate games if you haven't yet? Well, right now on this channel, there is a new section called the community. That's right. If you are on the main channel page of DSP Gaming, there's a button that says visit community. You click on that, and then you click on creator posts, and you'll see all the posts I made this month. Go right to the first of the month, and you will find the thread that we put up where you could start nominating games for the event. And there's been tons. So I don't understand something like hundreds of nominations. Okay. Now, there's 2 ways you can nominate a game. You could just post it up for yourself, or if someone has already nominated the game that you're interested in that thread, all you got to do is upvote it. Okay? Because I'll be taking those and adding them together.
Wait a second. If he's so in shape and looks better, why not remake that old ass Level 1 podcast? Why would he? That would be work. Here's the thing that you don't realize. That would be work. He'd have to do something. So you have to remember Phil mentality. This works, so fuck it. Why would I redo something? I'll just show up, play the same old ratty fucking clips, never change anything, never do anything different, collect my money, give everyone the middle finger, and go fuck off. See, because you're suggesting he'd put work into something.
Figuring out how many upvotes each game's had.
Don't be crazy.
And what we'll do is we'll see how many games got a lot of attention. Let's say there's only 5 games that really got a lot of nominations, then we'll probably just play those 5. All right. But
do I think the Hawaiian shirts are back because his shapewear is in the wash? He might have done run out of them brassieres. I mean, I don't know.
Let's say there's like 10, 15 games that all are like in heavy contention. We'll probably do a poll and you guys will vote until the end of the month. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. But
shapewear, that really fucking got me.
This will be your absolute last chance to do so. If you haven't, please nominate games. Get it out there. I want your interaction. I want your feedback. That's what makes these marathons so special. And this Halloween event is an annual thing I do, and it's always a great time. So please nominate games if you haven't yet. Okay? Cool. Now, I have an update regarding the Halloween Marathon, which, by the way, is taking place on Friday, October 31st, Halloween Day. So that day, I dress up in a costume.
Did you just, like, explain Halloween? Like, I can't. I'm dead.
Which I will have a Halloween costume this year. I have it. I'm just looking for an addition. I haven't had a chance to look for it yet, but I'm hoping I can find one thing that would make the costume a little better. We'll see. But
a soul, some dignity, your self-esteem.
That day, I will be playing games all day long, the ones that you nominate. In addition, there'll be some food, there'll be some booze. We'll probably eat a meal during that marathon. Maybe I'll order out, or maybe my wife will cook. I don't even know yet. But
I guarantee that the wife doesn't cook. I guarantee you'll be ordering from somewhere. It's funny that ever since this whole divorce arc happened, she doesn't cook anymore. And the few times that she, quote unquote, tried to cook, it was either complete garbage or magically nothing turned out good and everything was ruined. So you just ordered out anyway. Wink, nudge, ain't no one there to cook.
Something special. And this was totally inspired by a suggestion that I got on stream last week. Last week, someone said, Phil, would you do something special on Halloween, like a taste test?
I need a good title for the Halloween stream. I'll get there.
And I was like, what, like a DSP tries it? And they were like, well, not like that. You know, we're not looking for you to try like a meal or something from a restaurant, but would you do something that's Halloween themed? And I started to think about it, and I was like, well, yeah, maybe we could try some candy or something. So I went out, and this weekend, I actually started investigating, okay? And basically, based off of the investigation, I found 2 interesting things that I want to actually try. Let me just put it this way. They're Halloween treats. That's all I'm going to say. Halloween treats. I will taste test 2 of them during the Halloween Marathon this year. So not only are we going to have games, costumes, food, booze, but also we're going to have some Halloween treat taste testing, which will be pretty cool. Okay?
Which you've already done because you got those snack boxes like back in the summer or whenever the fuck that was. So we've already seen this too.
So I hope that you guys are excited. I'm excited. It's always a great time. So I hope that you guys will join me for it. Like I said, all day long, Friday, Halloween, October 31st, for, I'll be drinking shots for levels of contribution and support, and it'll be a great time. Typically, we go to like 5 or 6 games, and we play each of them for like a half an hour to an hour, and it ends up being a really fun event with the variety of stuff that we do.
Begoween's pretty good. Halloween. Oh my God, that's pretty good. I'm writing all these down.
So I'm feeling it this year. I'm pumped. I hope you guys are too, okay? All right. So that's coming up. I'm very excited for that. Now, this particular week is going to be a crazy one. Even though it's only a 5-day week, we've got not 1 but 2 new game releases that'll be entering the schedule. In addition to that, we've got pretty much very hype stuff coming up. Silksong Act 3, which
the Sakura box.
No people are pumped for. I am. More chill Pokemon streaming. Some American Truck Sim fun tonight. Some Mario in the mix. It's going to be a good variety of stuff this week. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's not variety. You've been playing Mario. You've been playing Truck Sim. Pokemon is, yes, fairly new, but I already think people don't care.
Mind, this is not the end. This is the beginning. Next week, we've got even more multiple new releases coming out. It's pretty wild, the schedule this month, how there's like game after game after game coming out.
Except the 3 nights last week where you did random horror games because there was nothing else to play.
And it's going to be very hard to juggle and maintain them all. I get the feeling what's going to end up happening is we're going to play some of them and really like them and say, let's keep that in the schedule. But then there might be a couple games that I try and like, it's not so good. So we ended up taking them out of the schedule and maybe go back to them later. We'll see. But I'm excited. Plus, as you know, last week, we played a variety of indie horror games. I mean, we played, what was it, like 6 of them or something like that? Maybe 7? And man, those are really cool.
Are these 50 gifteds real?
All right. They were really exciting and fun to do because I usually don't do stuff like that. And I would say that variety was great, but at the same time, not everyone gets it. Like some people just basically showed up.
Yeah, Hamhane's pretty funny.
Playing. I'm like, oh, these are indie games. These aren't very good. Yeah, but the whole point of doing an event like that, where I had several nights where I did that, was to try to find hidden gems. Like I would argue, out of all the games that we tried, which was a good variety, I liked the Exit 8. The problem is the Exit 8's only a 20-minute game. We beat it. But it was an individually, like, really, really, like, unique game. Okay? I liked that game. No, I'm Not a Human. Now, we didn't get too far into it, and I don't know how good it will be. But overall, I actually think that it's quite a good game. And I would be interested in trying that game out again if you guys wanted to see me try to continue it. And then on top of that, yes, also, the, what was it called? Oh, My Friendly Neighborhood. Which, if you don't know what My Friendly Neighborhood is, it's a game where essentially the Muppets, not really the Muppets, but they're supposed to be like characters from Sesame Street or the Muppet characters from Jim Henson, have become sentient.
If they are on Kick, no, he got 50 gifteds over on YouTube.
And have gone crazy, and you're trying to survive as they try to hug you to death. You're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So it's a pretty darn unique situation. And
50 gifted right at the start, if they're real.
Yeah, I would just say pretty interesting. I am most definitely enjoying it. Maybe we'll go back to those games. Maybe you want to see those games during the Halloween marathon, and we go another half an hour to hour into them. Like, I'd be down for that. But I'm just curious what you guys think. Okay, so
Big ups, Mr. Box. How you doing, honey? Hope you're having a good day.
obviously give me some feedback, and let me know what's going on in that regard. But I love doing it. Would you like to see an event like that again at some point? Right? Do you think that would be worth?
Tips for treats. That's unfucking believable. Big ups. Tips for treats.
While you'd like to see a cool event where we play indie games like crazy? I don't know. But I thought it was fun. So thanks for watching. Those videos are live. I think we did what do you think about this? I'm pretty sure that we did like 6 or 7 of them. I put them in a playlist.
Fapoween. That's pretty funny.
I didn't put the playlist on my main channel page, but there's a playlist that says like Indie Horror Nights 2025. I hope you give them a look. All right? Not they were all hits, trust me, but some of them were just like so weird and unique they're worth a watch. Maybe you're
Nah, they're fake because here comes another 50.
interested in playing them yourself.
They've
right?
got it. I mean, I don't know. I would assume because here comes like 50 more.
That's what I like now because I am a PC gamer now.
He also didn't call it out. He saw it and like I saw his eyeballs light up for half a second and then he kept going. So I think he's just going to like
the ability to jump into so many games like this at a moment's notice. And yeah, I'm very excited for the future as a
for tips, he'll show off his treats. I hope not.
PC gamer. Now, I don't know what's going on right now. Hold on a second here.
Okay, yeah, we're going to
We got
address
someone I
it.
never heard of with a channel that was made in January, dropping 50 member bombs on the channel. I don't know if this person is real. I don't know if these are fake because remember, using a VPN, you can fake these. I don't know what to say. The person has one video on their channel. Supposedly they have 2,000 subscribers, despite the fact they only have one video on their channel. So who is this person? Porta Rog has gifted like 100 memberships. Is this legit? How do you even tell, right? There's the thing, like, you got to be skeptical when someone comes by and immediately starts dropping giant contributions you've never seen before, especially when you know there's loopholes. As they say,
Fry Sway the Snorteenth. I'm writing that down. I can't use it for Halloween, but it's not like there's never going to be a Friday the 13th.
Just said it's too good to be true. If it's too good to be true, it's probably not. Not that they can charge.
I saw a bag of Halloween candy and it was $32. Yeah, Coco's gone up. So yeah, shit is crazy
on YouTube, but they easily could be VPN memberships. So that's why you're seeing all these pop-ups right now. I don't know who this person is. You know, maybe if they want to speak up in the chat, tag me in the chat and say who they are and why on earth they would be dropping 100 memberships out of nowhere. I don't think they've ever even spoken in the chat. They never said a word. They just did another 50. Do you see what I'm saying? These very well could be all fake. So, I don't know. I'll tell you this. I'm not going to start counting $450 against my stream for someone who I've never seen before. And they just did another 50. You see what I'm saying? Now this is getting suspect.
Now it's getting suspect?
It's getting incredibly suspect. All right, Porter Rock, how about this? Say something in the chat and explain yourself, or I'm just going to ban it all and block all the pop-ups right now, because more than likely this is completely fake. A channel that was created in January, a guy who, I don't know who it is, only has one video on YouTube. He says, I love you, Philip. Well, that's just disturbing. You shouldn't love me. That's weird. It's one thing to come by my stream and say, oh, I like your content. It's another thing to say, oh, I love you. It's disturbing. In fact, we're about to talk, we're about to have a conversation about parasocial relationships that are taking place right now. Something that just happened to TwitchCon that's incredibly disturbing.
Yeah, it is still free money, but you know how it is. If it's under like $5, honestly, if it's under like $20, he doesn't even give a fuck. Maybe if you throw a tenner, he'll respond to it a little bit, but
okay. So I think we should maybe take a step back here. This guy supposedly just dropped 200 memberships. Do you trust it? Very, very suspect.
I mean, you shouldn't. No. I think other YouTubers could. Yes. Okay. Or you could not do this and say, thank you for the subs. I appreciate you. And just keep moving. Because again, it really doesn't take anything out of your pocket. Whether you make $500 or 50 cents. It's not like each one of those memberships requires you to mail out a $20 shirt. It doesn't, you don't have to give anything. They get the membership, they get the emotes, which I guarantee you didn't even fucking make. So what skin is it really off your ass?
So what did he say here? What did you say in chat? Hold on. Let me find him. He said something and I missed it.
Why does it matter? You should just move on with your story.
Let me see here. How do I see his chat history? Channel activity? He says, I love you, Philip. I've invested in crypto and Solana and it's paying off. I'd rather kiss you at a meet and greet than Emiru. That's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Revolting, actually. I know this is all very normal. This is all very believable that someone would just come to my stream, drop 200 memberships out of nowhere, who I've never seen, never heard of.
I don't know. I never heard of Thomas the fucking Dent Engine, and they fucking came in and gave you $1,600. Velvet Raven, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Thank you.
It has a channel that's only been around since January with one video on it.
Hey, my channel's only been around since, I think, like December or something.
Seems legit, doesn't it? I don't know. What do you guys think? Are the pop-ups
I haven't gifted anybody 200 subs, but...
knowing you, should I just turn them off for now?
Nah, it's not OIC. It's just a LARPer.
And just let it roll? I'm not going to count this. I'm not, because I tell you right now, it's probably complete nonsense.
I don't think OIC would ever say things like, I want to kiss you, and...
For everyone getting
it's just trolling him.
If the membership, congrats. I hope you enjoy it. You will get the features of the membership regardless if this
There are no features. It's nothing but the fucking emotes that he didn't even make.
was real or not, or if this was a VPN nonsense gifting. So enjoy if you get them. But no, you can't check it right away. It takes about 2 to 3 days. YouTube has this lag in their analytics, 2 to 3 days out. And then after 2 to 3 days pass, then you can go back and look at your analytics from previous days. You can see if any.
Everything has to clear, dude. Yeah, it takes a couple of days to see whatever money you make today, you won't be able to see today. Typically, you can see it the next day, but sometimes it does take 2 days for everything to get worked out.
It was real or not. So in this case, I will not know at all until like probably Monday, Tuesday. Oh, wait, no, today's Sunday. So probably not till Tuesday or Wednesday. I won't know if any of this is real, which is lame.
And Tuesday usually at the latest, unless there's a problem. So he's just making this sound worse than it is.
You know, because you want to be like, wow, this is exciting. I want to celebrate, right? I want to say, wow, we just hit 4 goals. And we're 1 goal away from DSP tries it. But you can't. Like, there's no way to even tell. It sucks, doesn't it? It's really dumb that YouTube still has this loophole they don't care about because they've been notified about it tons of times.
Our guy gets some Argentinian memberships. Yeah, he got like 200 of them.
They just don't care. Yet, they cracked down on people who were using this loophole to buy YouTube Premium memberships. They were. Want to know why? Because that only affects them. They're the only ones losing money on a YouTube Premium membership that someone's changing their IP because of using a VPN and getting it for cheap. So they shut that down. But they still haven't closed the loophole by which you can buy endless amounts of memberships for like pennies on the dollar. That they don't care about because that affects the streamer, not them. You know, typical corporate behavior. So it is what it is. I'll let it run. Porter Rog, I have no idea who you are. Well, I can't count 200 random memberships out of nowhere when I don't know who you are. Your channel is literally brand new. There's no content on it. And
it's October. A channel from January isn't brand new. A channel from October would be brand new.
You're saying you want to kiss me. It's fucking disturbing. All right. I guess I'll just let these run, these pop-ups for now. If you're getting a membership, congrats. I hope you enjoy it. I guess what we can do, people remind me in a few days. Like if you guys remind me, say in 2-3 days to check YouTube. And if it's there, like let's say it's there and it actually did count, then I will count it towards the goals. But I'm not just going to out of nowhere say, oh yeah, we hit 4 goals from some random who shows up and, says weird shit in the chat. So anyway, this week will be exciting. Great new games, continuing games, horror themed stuff, right? Halloween coming into full effect this week with a new horror game as well, Tormented Souls. I'm excited for this. Let's just, first of all, let's say hello to everyone. How's everyone this morning? Sorry that I got worked up here because of all this nonsense.
And it probably cost $1 to get that fucking reaction out of you. So great job, Einstein.
Gotta be fake. I mean, Porter Rog, seriously now, give me one reason why to not just ban you right now.
Oh, here come more.
In chat to make me believe that this is.
Ooh, here we go. Hey, we haven't gotten some good gold dust in a long time. Yeah, get really shitty and ban him.
Now you give another 50. Like, he just gave another 50. This is ludicrous. You know what's funny? When they give so many fakes, they actually add up and actually start to be significant. Like, just for example, even if these.
So why don't you just say thank you and then just keep it moving? You have stories to talk about. You have things to do.
Are fake. Like, let's say he uses a VPN. He says he's from Argentina, and he gets like 300 fakes. It still adds up to like $20. It does. It's like, oh, he actually gave me a few bucks. Like, wow. I mean, it sucks that he's flooding the.
Then put $20 on your King's tax. Then we're at $20 right now, right?
Channel with pretty much meaningless memberships, but you know. All right, I'm banning him. That's it. Enough of this idiot. Okay, he's banned. Let's go ahead and, oh, there we go. It actually removes all those. That's cool. When you ban him, it apparently removes all the stuff from the top of the screen, but I don't think that the pop-ups will stop. But he's banned, so we don't have to fucking put up with this idiot anymore. All right, so they're fake. It's obvious they're fake. They're not real. Okay.
Okay, so we can move on now, right? Because I thought we were gonna, and now we're just right back here.
All right, so anyway, I hope he enjoyed his 10 minutes of fame.
I'm sure he probably did, because it made you look like an asshole.
My podcast, now we can go back to normalcy. Okay.
Victory sip.
So.
Right, look out, we got a badass over here.
Where do we begin? First of all, there actually are legitimate contributions today that I'd like to shout out. So let's do a few of those, shall we? And then we can actually get to our topics today, which will be the schedule for the week. the
Oh boy, a schedule segment.
really heinous stuff going on at TwitchCon at this point. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I also want to talk about the Miyamoto statement that I think is like mind-numbingly like what is going on over there at Nintendo. If you didn't hear what Miyamoto said, it's shocking. Like I was legit, I read it, I did a double take. I was like, did he really say that? And then I read the article like from multiple sources. Like he actually said that. That's something I can't believe he would say. But all right, we'll get to it. All right, let's get to some real support, shall we?
I don't want to.
I have to close all these fake pop-ups because they're taking forever. There we go. So first off, we had a super chat this morning from Dark Ethan, $7 Canadian. And he says, hi, Phil, have a good day. Thank you to Dark Ethan. I'm not sure what that would be USD. Let's take a look. That is $4.99 USD. So thank you to Dark Ethan for $5 early on here today before I even started streaming. I appreciate that. And then Stevester did a $10 super chat, and he said, that was funny before when I donated on Kick where you were like, wait a minute, it's Stevester. I don't remember specifically what you're referencing, but thank you for the $10 super chat, Stevester. It's good to see you here today. Now, in addition to that, Lance Catamaran gifted our first sub of the day over on Kick. Thank you to Lance for that. Let's get that on the leaderboard.
One sub? Where's your
And
money?
we also had some kicks over on Kick. I'll take a look at that in a sec. Let's see. Well, my chat's not showing it. Ugh. Let me look on the channel. I really don't like this kick system. I hope that some service out there finds a way to track kicks properly, because right now there is no way to track kicks properly at all, and it's incredibly frustrating. Was there not a pop-up for kicks? But I don't see it. Did you guys see a pop-up for kicks or not?
Why are you asking me, man?
For 100 kicks, but it's not anywhere. It's not in my leaderboard.
I'm not here to like
it's literally nowhere.
Do your job, man. Like I'm really not.
Yeah, I don't know. You see what I'm saying? This thing is stupid. It doesn't work properly at all.
Maybe you're stupid.
Down, it doesn't say anything. Oh, was it Lance Catamaran? Here it is. Lance Catamaran. I had to refresh it because my leaderboard was glitched. There we go. So thank you, Lance Catamaran.
There, now at least you guys don't have to watch that fucking cringy shit keep popping up.
And he did 100 kicks at the same exact time. Thank you, Lance. And again, sorry, this kick system, it looks nice, but there's a lot of issues with it right now. The fact that no service even tracks it, so I can't have it's not in my feed. I can't even see when you guys do kicks. I have to like search through my kick dashboard to try to find it, and it doesn't even work. Very stupid. Okay. Now, in addition to all of that,
a stream about poorly running a stream, so meta.
I received a $100 tip. $100. This person says, congrats on reaching Act 3. Great playthrough. Thank you. Now, I would play an animation. The problem is my animations are now overloaded because of all these gifted memberships. So if I play an animation, I don't even think it'll work. Seriously, I think it glitches. So
yeah, I'm going to need some fucking X's in the chat because X to gout. What anonymous fucking retard gave him $100?
Well, wait, maybe if I remember in like an hour, when we get through 300 fake gifted memberships, then I will play the animation for the tip. But $100 tip.
He could he could click off of that, by the way. He could hide that until it all clears out. He wouldn't have to just leave it on the screen like that, but he does. Do we think it's fake? I don't know. What are we thinking, chat? Are we thinking fake? Is it Ryan? Who is it?
Thank you.
I don't know. I kind of feel like he just did this to make him feel better about himself. I don't know.
To whoever that was from, and yes, Act 3 starts today in Silksong. It's going to be an exciting stream. I've heard Act 3 is incredibly challenging. In that basically the game gets so much harder, things change, and you know, people are saying the hardest content, the hardest bosses, and things are coming up. So, boy, it's been a wild ride. We've been playing Silksong for 50 hours, and we haven't seen the end of it. We're in the third and final act right now. I'm curious how long the third act is. Like, I don't know. So, I wish I did, because then we could maybe, like, space out, gee, this is how long it'll take to get through it and actually, you know, get to the end, but I don't know. I actually don't know how much is left. If anyone knows, feel free to let.
That's true. He didn't really seem very excited about it. It was kind of just like, I got a $100 tip, so ha, you know.
Let me know how long it is. So thanks for that. All right. So that being said, let's talk about the schedule for this week. The schedule for this week is going to be interesting. Okay. Allow me to show you what I have in store for you. Ready? Let's see. Hope this works. It did. Excellent. It's hard to read now because the pop-ups are still.
You already said Silksong, American Truck Sim, and Pokemon. So what do we got here? Hollow Knight. American Truck Sim, Pokemon, Ninja Gaiden, or if you watch AVGN, Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, Pokemon, Mario, Hollow Knight. Yeah, like nothing. Like absolute, just like hot garbage. Who fucking cares?
Do it like that. Then on Tuesday, the podcast will return. And on Tuesday, I think we will go into the Halloween nominations thread to do on Thursday night. Maybe I'll leave it open and we'll determine it over the course of the week.
Yeah, see, he's changing it, so it doesn't even fucking matter.
Okay. Now, also this week, DSP tries it.
We're skipping it, Try J. I'm attempting to, but you still don't have to stay, honey.
On Tuesday, on that first stream, when we hit the goal during Super Mario Galaxy 2, we'll order the food and we'll do it then. Now, there is a chance that maybe we have some streams that are even better, and therefore, if that's the case, then maybe we do it earlier than that. It could even be Monday. We'll see. But we have to hit 5 goals. It's going to be hard to hit 5 goals within 3 streams to do it tomorrow. Chances are it'll be Tuesday. Maybe if Ashley things slow a bit, maybe it'll be Wednesday. We'll see. All right, but I'm excited. I hope that you guys are too. Now, here's the other thing. Someone just said, if you're going to Taco Bell, get a taco lit. They don't have that.
What if I'm not excited? What are you going to do if I'm not excited? What if this, in fact, makes me a sad panda?
Cone flavor, but then immediately you get ice cream with chocolate. It was very good, but it was very messy. That was the problem. You tried to eat it. It was like go everywhere and melt in your hand when you're eating it. So people are saying they brought it back, but it's called the taco lit. But yeah, it's not on the menu here. So I don't know if maybe they have it at the local store, but they don't want it for delivery because they know it melts on the way. I don't know. But yeah, it's not here. So, okay. There was a story going around saying the Choco Taco was discontinued because it's racially insensitive. What's sad is that I would believe that too in 2025. Black Mamba just gifted a sub over on Kick. I'm sorry, none of the pop-ups are going to work until all the fake gifteds get out of here. So thank you to Black Mamba.
But you still don't have to leave that up and make everybody endure it because it's really, really obnoxious. You could just click that off, just like how I can click mine off. Like it's super easy. If I wanted to, I could just make it go away. If I want to bring up my sponsors, I can bring up mine. They're mine, or I could take them away if people don't want to endure it. Like this is your stream. The words, "Oh, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about ABCXYZ" should never be happening to you. Like you run this, you set this up, you put it together.
For a gifted sub on Kick, we're up to 126 in support and climbing today. We are almost at a first goal, which is amazing. Thank you guys for your early support. Okay, so
he wouldn't be pushing early to get to that Taco Bell menu, would he?
This week is an interesting mix, right? We got Ninja Gaiden 4 premiering on Monday night. We got a lot of Silk Song. We're gonna have a little bit of Mario in there, Pokemon Chill, and later on this week, Tormented Souls 2 premiering. So that's a great amount of stuff. But what you guys got to remember, I told you this is gonna be a crazy month, right? Next week, we have the premieres of both the Outer Worlds 2 and the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Yeah, all of that is coming out next week. So not only are we going to have all this stuff this week that we're trying to play through and get into the schedule, but then we got more games the week after. It's like, how are we going to do that? It's a good question. Like, I don't know how long Act 3 in Silk Song is, but maybe we'll beat it within the next week and a half, and that'll be something out of the rotation. I also don't know how long Ninja Gaiden 4 is, because typically Ninja Gaiden games aren't that long. So if it's actually not a long game, maybe that'll be a quick one for just like, a few streams and then we wrap it up. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. All right? So, well, Lilith, thank you. Lilith in chat just said, hey, I hope you had a good day off. Well, thank you for
he's sweaty for that Taco Bell. I know he is.
Now we can transition into our next topic of the podcast today, which was my day off yesterday. So I'm very happy to report autumn is here. 100% fully autumn is here. The weather has significantly cooled down, okay?
That's the big thing from his day off, y'all.
It is very comfortable now. We are not even going to have many or any full sun days coming up. It's just like partially cloudy days. And a lot of these days coming up, we're getting rain. And whenever it's rain, it means it's going to be cool in here, okay? So I'm happy for that. I want it to be cool in here. Fall streaming, is awesome when it's a nice temperature. It's nice in here right now. So it's going to be some good stuff moving forward. No more sweating it out trying to play difficult games like Silk Song. So that's a good thing. And yes, that's correct. That means that likely what I will do is do one more week of this kind of attire. And then by either the end of this week or next week, we're going to transition.
That's right. The lady sweaters are coming back. Everyone get ready for the lady sweaters.
Into more fall and winter attire. Long sleeve shirts, button downs, pullovers, sweaters, the stuff that I was wearing last year, only way earlier because it was cooler earlier last year. Well, I'm going to get into it, okay? So that's coming soon. Not that you care what I wear, but a lot of people do. They comment on my looks. They comment on what I'm wearing. But there is one.
It just seems to bother you so badly. I think that's why.
Big negative. You ready? That means, folks, very soon, there'll be no more gun shows.
Wow. Look at this. Look at this sad fucking shit right here. Look how hard he's trying to flex to make that sad little muscle fucking wake up and like shake off its fucking hangover. How do fucking seasons amaze this retard every year? I don't know.
I won't be able to show off my new guns anymore.
Where? Sir? I just, I'm gonna have to get this. Okay.
Because I'm not gonna have short sleeves. So maybe you guys should enjoy it while you can this week. The final gun show will be put on here on the channel. because soon you can't see them. All right, so you know.
We can't see him now. What, sir? The top of your arm is nearly as slender as your wrist there, sir. What the fuck? What is happening? Oh my God. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get this one too. Try Jay, we're all embarrassed for him, honey.
There you go. I'll go.
At what point, sir, did you, like, when did it enter your mind? I will be an absolute clown in front of a camera for money. Like, I wonder when this.
Well, it's LTG. Who cares?
Does he truly believe he's jacked? I think he does.
Most about what you wear. That's very true. That's absolutely true. He's constantly commenting on my looks. So, okay.
But you've commented on his looks. Like, what are you talking about? You've commented on his looks.
So cool. Anyway.
Don't stare to.
All right. Let's now get into our news topics for today, shall we?
There.
2 news stories. The first news story.
No,
I wish
absolutely
I would say,
not.
It's shocking. It's appalling. It's so surprising. I can't believe that this has happened. But in truth, do you want to know the truth? I'm not shocked. I'm not appalled. Because this is something that already you should have known about or you should have expected. All right? So TwitchCon is going on right now. What is TwitchCon? Every year, Twitch holds a convention where they try to get their top...
What is TwitchCon? Every year, Twitch holds a convention. You can't make this shit up, man.
...streamers to hold panels and events. People pay to go to this event to have a chance to meet...
This motherfucker thinks he's John Stamos or something.
...these people, interact with them.
He does love John Stamos.
Simp to them, because that's really what it is, the simping event. It's literally a simping event where you go and simp for your favorite streamer, okay? And this happens once a year, and it actually is a big profit for Twitch. It's held in San Diego, California. It makes them a ton of money every single year, okay? So, I used to go to conventions, admittedly.
Yeah, this is the, you know, stupid men go to see titty streamer in person. Hope titty streamer will like him. I have a problem with women. I mean, what?
I did, remember? When I was early on in my YouTube career, I would go to these conventions and, you know, cover them and stuff.
Whoever called it, I don't know who said it. I don't remember because I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. But someone said that he'd make it about himself. Boy, we didn't get very far in.
I went to a couple conventions as a featured guest. And I did meet and greets with my fans. I did panels, right? It was fun, admittedly. But I think that a lot has changed in the last decade or so. All right? Back when I was a YouTuber and a big-time guy on YouTube.
You're still a YouTuber. You're on YouTube right now.
For gaming, which I'm not anymore. I'm just a little rinky-dink dude. But back then, all right? People liked you for the content or whatever. And yes, there probably were some obsessive people as well. But I don't think that there was a distinct misunderstanding of the relationship between the streamer and the viewer. And what I mean by that is I really feel like what's happened in the last 10 to 15 years is that as people have become interactive streamers, parasocial relationships have formed. There are people who are watching a streamer and actually believe that they're like a close friend of that streamer. Despite the fact that that streamer is...
You realize that things like that have happened like before the internet became what it is now. You realize that people have been stalked and harassed. They just didn't give them money on Kick or Twitch or YouTube. They would sit outside their house or write them letters or try to follow them around or follow them in the car. Like, you realize that all of this was a thing.
One person literally talking to thousands of people through a camera a day, that person believes that they actually have some kind of a meaningful, close connection to the person that they're watching. And so they...
Again, that's been happening for a very, very long time.
Well, I like this person. I like their content. I like their attitude. I like their personality. Maybe I like their looks. I'm going to actually contribute to their content. I'm going to send them money. I'm going to buy memberships. I'm going to buy subscriptions. I'm going to buy their merch. I'm going to send them tips. I'm going to, you know, join their Discord. I'm going to become part of this community. I'm going to moderate for them. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. All these things for them. And people seem to think, except, you know, the streamer themselves may or may not actually be giving that impression. Because I feel like, sadly, in some cases, there are streamers out there that they see the dollar signs, right, involved with these parasocial relationships. And when they see the dollar signs, they just can't help themselves. They act like they're going to have some kind of a relationship with that person, or they give the wrong impression. Notable
dude thinks he's Jodie Foster. I'm saying, like,
streamers online who do sexualized content, right? Oh, if you contribute a certain amount, I'll jump on a pickle Rick.
Could you hear Mr. Toxic playing with us last night? So sweaty, so salty. Heard that shit from across the house. And then at one point, this man that for the moment I was embarrassed to say I loved, shrieked like a 16-year-old girl. And I'm telling y'all, from across the house, I look up and I'm like, I thought somebody was murdering him, like just going crazy, hatchety axe murdering him. The way he shrieked and the way he like started screaming. I don't know if he enjoyed himself or not, but yes, there was sweat, there was salt. It was something, and yes, I heard it. Darkside Rancher, thank you for the 5. Phil, while you have made the distinction that your whales are not your friends, when you're looking for their money, Mr. Nice Guy Phil calls them buds.
Right, and write your name on my body and stuff like that. Like that is asking for major problems. You know what I'm saying? 100%. That is asking for tons and tons of major problems. Hold on, because now someone else is doing a bomb, and I don't think it's real. Give me a second here.
Don't crap on me. You'd be scared too if you got jump scared by a grotesque creature, man. in a video game. Yeah, if something like that popped up at my front door, yeah, I'd shat in my pantaloons. But in a video game, bro, you screamed like the final girl. Like that was a lot.
I don't know what this is. Let me see if I can figure this out. Let me see something. Oh, I can't even see channel activity on this one?
That's technically what we were doing. Oh, hatchety axe murdering? Oh, big ups.
Someone gifted more, and I don't know if it's real or not. I wish I could have seen because it was months ago.
Are you going to tell the story, bro?
Well, about a month and a half ago. And now there's a person with the same name that just showed up and started contributing. I'm like, yeah, but it's the same person. I don't know.
We've talked all about what's happened to you.
Man, don't you miss the days when you could just trust a contribution outright and be like, oh, great, someone's being nice to me and contributing and supporting my community. Today, you got to be skeptical at every waking moment.
I don't have to be skeptical every waking moment.
Because people find ways around the system to do things underhanded or fake contributions. It's stupid. It really is. Like, I wish I didn't have to deal with this shit.
I've never questioned anything that anybody has given me. Like, oh, thank you. And then I just move on about my business.
I shouldn't have to deal with this shit. As a streamer, I should be able to do my show.
You should. So just do your show. I just do, not that I have a show. Like, it's not that serious, but like, I just do mine.
But instead, I gotta like second guess everything because of this dumb stuff. And again, it's sad that YouTube doesn't care. And there's no way to really fix the issue.
Ghost Viper, thank you for being a member, honey, for 5 months. Real support from Argentina. And I appreciate you. Thank you.
You are back. See, it says this channel's existed for 14 years. I think this is real. All right, so it looks like we actually did just get a significant contribution. Don't ask me about this.
Gonna have to agree with Chiba here. You have done that yourself.
It's timing. So this person's name is Final Wish. They did contribute a ton back in September, and their contributions were actually real. All right? They just dropped...
Yeah, but you trusted them right away.
A 50-member bomb, okay?
Okay.
So thank you to Final Wish. This guy did contribute before, and he's contributing now. This I will count because I trust it, simply because he's been here before. I checked it. It looks like it's the same channel as before, okay? Final Wish, you got to understand, we just had someone who came in out of nowhere. No one knows who they are, and they dropped 200 memberships, so we know that they're fake. So the fact that you just showed up out of nowhere, obviously people are going to be...
We're never going to get to this TwitchCon story, are we?
Right? So there you go. Anyway, so thank you to Final Wish. 50 memberships, real memberships this time. We will count that.
A lot more excited about this, but he still really wasn't too excited about that either.
So that is the equivalent of 100.
Boy, Ryan's just given from all the accounts here.
$150 of support. Yeah.
Here comes Flaccid. Now, are we doing Flaccid today or are we doing Vagisil today? We'll do Vagisil today because I think I called them Flaccid on Friday.
Shit. What did I just say? I didn't mean to do that. And that means with that, just that one contribution for Final Wish, we have hit our first goal of the day.
Let's just go on ahead and we're going to skip right over that cringe.
Been seeing or how the streaming has become parasocial in the last 10 to 15 years. You know, when I started on YouTube, it was, hey, I'm just some asshole who sucks at
He gets so easily distracted. Well, especially when it's about money.
Games. Let me make some funny videos, funny commentary. It doesn't have to be good gameplay. Just toss the videos up on YouTube. And hey, if people watch them, great. If eventually something comes of it, great. And that was it. Now people literally go into the idea of content creation with the mindset that I'm going to build a community. I'm going to build an entire group of people who have a certain mindset, who like to hang out with each other. This is their friend group. And they're going to have this relationship with me. And I'm going to have a relationship with them. And they're going to send me all this support and money. And you know what I'm saying? That's very different than what it used to be like back in the day when people made content on the internet. No one used to go into...
See, because here comes Princess Luna. Like, they all just came in and gave money.
That this is going to be my job. This is going to be...
I mean, if that doesn't prove that all of these are Ryan, then I don't... just different account. Final Wish is fucking OIC. Vagisil or Flaccid or whatever the fuck you want to call him is fucking OIC. Princess Luna's fucking OIC.
And I'm gonna have long-standing.
I mean, look at boom, boom, boom. But this is also like, really?
Relationships and friendships and shit with the people who are watching my content. Never. For me, I'll be honest with you guys, I've said this many times over the years, it's kind of like a revolving door. Like, you ever see at the front of a big skyscraper in New York City or a department store, those doors that just rotate endlessly? Some people come in and they're part of the community and they love the content, and then they get busy with life and they leave and I never see them again. And then some people actually come back in years later and say, hey, I'm back after 10 years. Wow, you're still streaming. And that's awesome. But for me, that's what it's always been like. But for some of these communities, these people become actually like legit obsessed with the person they watch to the point where it becomes like unhealthy. People start to have crazy thoughts, unhinged thoughts, like, oh, I'm actually going to go and meet this person, and I'm going to have a romantic relationship with them, and I'm going to give them all this money, but then we're going to enter like a lifelong relationship. And that actually just happened. If you remember, we reported on the story about a week ago of the South Korean streamer who apparently received $70,000 from one of her viewers. Now, they're saying that it was part of a business relationship, okay? The guy went to meet with her. She broke it off and said, no, I'm not going to do this, and he murdered her. Yes, that's a real story. It's awful. It's horrendous. It's terrible.
A lot of the details are wrong, but yes, the man did unfortunately end up killing her. But the articles that he won't do any research on continues to report that they were in a business relationship. They weren't. He was just recognized as one of the top donors on her stream. And there was like a little place for like top supporters, and she had a name for it, and he was one of the top supporters. There was no business thing. Though that's what the information I found out from. I could only find like 6 or 7 articles, and a lot of them repeated the same information. But the core of the story is correct that yes, he gave $70,000 that, from what I understand, he didn't really have to give because there was some kind of obsession. And one article went on to say that he was asking her to do things or like becoming very demanding, and it made her uncomfortable. So she attempted to kind of distance herself. And then, yes, unfortunately, that happened. So
well, it's scary as hell. Okay. So the thing is, we are now going to, I feel we're going to start to see more and more in this stuff happen because we have allowed streaming to get to the point of such parasocial relationships that
we haven't necessarily allowed it. That's just kind of what happened.
Going to be.
What do you mean allowed it?
A lot of these cases now popping up. Okay. Now that's my take. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like
I saw a video the other day about how there was some guy who he's in love with ChatGPT, and he has made ChatGPT into his girlfriend, and he's married. He's like married and has a kid, but he's infatuated and has this conversation with ChatGPT. Nobody necessarily allowed that. It's just what is starting to happen. I saw another crazy story about how some woman was in love with ChatGPT and asked the chat, like, well, what kind of a ring would you buy me if we got married? And, you know, ChatGPT said some kind of a ring, and she went out and bought it. Like, nobody's like allowing these things. There's no like, these are just things that are happening.
This is now, it's been unchecked, uncontrolled, unregulated. No one had eyes on this for over 10 years. And now the crap is starting to hit the fan. Okay? Everyone, please give me 1 second. I've been distracted.
I don't know what he got distracted by. He just decided to get up and fuck off. I have no idea. I don't want to lose all my skip juice, though, so we'll just hang here for a second. We're not going to get to the story. We're still not there. Hold on, Ryan's knocking at the door.
Okay.
Apparently, from what I am understanding, when I see some of these videos and articles, it's becoming quite a common thing for ChatGPT for people to like make it into their boyfriend or girlfriend, like respectively, like, you know, whatever parts you're into.
Sorry, I got distracted. Someone was climbing in my window. They were going to try to kiss me without my permission. So I had to break their legs and throw them out into the street. Okay. So.
Ha 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 ha.
In line with this topic, something has just happened at TwitchCon that absolutely never should have happened whatsoever. It is completely unacceptable behavior. It is completely unacceptable that it happened because of the person who did it, but also the fact that it was allowed to happen. All right? Here's what happened. And I apologize because these pop-ups just aren't ending at this point. Streamer.
He could move the pop-ups. Again, I can move the pop-up, but he isn't going to move his. So if you actually want to read the article, I guess get fucked.
Emiru, I think it's Emiru. I don't know how to say her name because I don't watch any of this content, all right? Basically was assaulted. Now, what do you mean by assaulted? Well, let's read this. Twitch streamer Emily Shunk, known as Emiru, was assaulted by a man who breached barriers and grabbed her face during a meet and greet at TwitchCon in San Diego on Saturday. So what actually happened, I'm not going to play the video because I don't think that giving these people any kind of attention is warranted, but the dude basically was in a line to see her, and he broke through the line. No one stopped him whatsoever. There was security there, and they did absolutely nothing. They watched him literally walk up to her, grab her face, and try to kiss her.
Apparently, he licked her.
That is assault. Okay, now it might be a violent assault. It's still assault. You try to force yourself onto someone, and that is a serious crime. Okay? So as he's trying to do this, her personal bodyguard, not Twitch security, who was there and did absolutely nothing to intervene, but her personal bodyguard walked up and grabbed and pushed the guy away from her. Okay? Then the guy basically walked away and no one did anything to him at all. They literally let him just walk away. So Emiru went to her personal manager, explained the situation, said, I don't know what's going on. This is completely unacceptable. The manager went and kept complaining and complaining and complaining to TwitchCon staff, said, what is going on? This is insane. It's unacceptable, completely unsafe conditions. Eventually, after much convincing, TwitchCon staff finally said, well, let's find the guy. They found him. They threw him out. And they said, you now have a lifetime ban from both Twitch in person and the Twitch website. That's it. They didn't call the police. This was a crime. She was assaulted in front of everyone. It's on camera. Everyone's seen this. They didn't call the police. They didn't think that, the guy physically assaulting and trying to get a sexual advance, kissing her, just ban him from Twitch. Okay? So, on top of all of this, let's keep going. So Emiru reported on an X post that Twitch security did not intervene promptly, allowing the assailant to leave unchecked for hours until her manager intervened and accused staff of laughing about the incident without checking on her. Twitch stated the individual was immediately removed and indefinitely banned, but Emiru contradicted this, noting the ban was initially only for 30 days and was escalated after her team's advocacy, highlighting broader security issues for creators contractually required to attend such events. So, in reality, there already had been major concerns about TwitchCon. Streamers like Asmongold and others had already brought this up and said, this is a crisis waiting to happen. This place doesn't really have any security at all. All right, they don't. They're not checking for anyone. I mean, there's like a scanner at the door to see if someone has a gun. But outside of that, they're really not doing anything. Anyone could just walk up and do anything to anyone, and no one stops it. And what kind of an event is this, right? Now, admittedly, again, I mean, all I can do is give you my frame of reference. 10 years ago.
Here we go. We knew we'd get here. Yeah, fuck her. She was probably asking for it. Probably had her titties hanging out, stupid bitch. Anyway, let's talk about me.
When I was at conventions, there was zero security. But also, this was all grassroots. Like, the whole idea of a YouTuber becoming popular and having fans come and see them was such a small idea. Today, these are now streamers who have literally 1 million+ followers. They're getting thousands and thousands and thousands of people watching their content on a daily basis who are having these weirdo thoughts, okay? It's not like it used to be back then. It's very different. So, it's very weird that you're going to run a convention. It's big money for you. Twitch, they make big money on this convention every year. Lots of attendees, lots of profits for Twitch. They don't seem to think that they need to invest any of that money back into making the event safe at all. They actually think it's just okay to just have anything happen. They laughed it off. And then in addition to that, okay, this is...
Did he ever go to TwitchCon? I think he said he went to conventions. I don't think he actually said TwitchCon.
The head of Twitch. His name is Dan Clancy. This is the guy, the head honcho who runs this website. Okay?
And others. Obviously, we saw one Twitch streamer yesterday, Emiru, get assaulted by a male fan, and a lot of streamers, especially female streamers, have talked about, the danger that they feel from these sort of toxic, I guess, parasocial kind of creeps. What are you guys doing to prioritize safety? Because I know also a bunch of Twitch content creators said that they were too scared to even come to TwitchCon this year, just in case something like what happened yesterday would happen.
The safety of our creators is a top priority. The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch. It extends throughout our society. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't today, okay?
What? Did you hear what he just said? He said, oh, if you're a streamer, you could just ban the people who you don't want in your community. This wasn't the stream, you idiot. This was real life. This was an in-person event that you hold, that you're legally responsible for. And your response to what happened is, oh, you could just ban them on your stream. This guy is the head of Twitch. He's literally numero uno. Let's continue.
It's very different, when I use other short form content and people say all sorts of stuff, well, I can't stop that. But when I live stream, they basically don't bother me. Now, what happened yesterday obviously was something that we care deeply about, securing this environment. We're looking very closely at everything that happened there, and I care deeply about Emmy. She's a friend of mine, and so I want to see how we can support her. This is just something we have to keep working on. I think everyone identifies our tools in terms of trust and safety as the leaders in the industry about helping creators, but that means...
He just said the trust and safety team at Twitch is the industry leader for helping creators. He just said that. But again, he literally just said, it's unfortunate what happened to her in real life, but our trust and safety team on Twitch is the industry leader. What is he talking about? The question was literally, what are you going to do in the future to protect your creators at TwitchCon? He then says, on Twitch, you can ban people you don't want in your community, and our online trust and safety team is the industry leader. What the fuck is he talking about? This is the head of Twitch. Literally, he has nothing to say.
There's always more work to be done because that's the world we live in now.
Demi had posted earlier today that I guess this ban was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon. Why should streamers trust Twitch to keep them safe at TwitchCon? Because I feel like simultaneously this has been such a secure event to the point that even like journalists have had struggled. Like, it is very secure, but here's this man that just walks up and is somehow able to bypass all these things. So why should they trust the platform when slip-ups or, issues like this have happened?
Well, I mean, as you know, I think you toured some of what we do in terms of security. The reality is, even as you do a lot in terms of security in today's world, there are challenges that can present themselves, especially when someone is put.
He's still not saying anything. He's answered the question 3 times and has said nothing yet. We're still waiting for an actual answer.
Kind of sounds like you.
Putting themselves out there, right? And so, we try to work very closely with each.
Well, obviously, he loves this story because this is a huge fucking blunder by Twitch that this, happened. So, I mean, this is just like when anything happens with Xbox and he can't run there fast enough, he loves shitting on Twitch or anything that makes Twitch look bad because Twitch is still living up in that noggin rent free.
Creator about what they want to do.
Exactly, Dapper Dragon. Look how excited he is to shit on Twitch, which I'm not necessarily saying. I mean, if this was a big fucking oops-a-daisy, and that's putting it mildly just because I'm trying to be funny, but.
And what works for them, right? So I don't want to get into any, specifics or details, but part of that is working.
Yeah, let's hold Phil too, what he said on the side scrollers. Well, it was an answer. Doesn't matter if it was true or not, or if you liked the answer. I gave you an answer.
With creators and, trying to find them right now, we're definitely,
So basically what he's saying is it's her fault because they worked directly with the creators and they were okay with whatever was there, and obviously it wasn't enough to stop the guy, so it must have been her fault, right? Folks, this is the head of Twitch. This is the guy who, when you stream on Twitch, you're lining his pockets with money that you earn. Because if you're streaming on Twitch, that's your content, that's your originality, that's your community, you should be profiting, but you're giving him half your money. This guy who doesn't have answers, doesn't know what's going on, doesn't care, is completely out of touch with reality, and doesn't actually run a legit business. This is the same guy who protects terrorists.
and on that note, give me some money.
Who protects racists, who protects animal abusers. This is the same guy who allows sexualized content to be on the front page of his website directly in the eyes of minors. He doesn't care about any of that because all he cares about is your money. He's a scumbag. Okay? This man, Dan Clancy, is a...
Easy. You're throwing stones next to your really, really big glass house. Be very careful.
Grade A slime ball.
Remember how he defended PDF Derek and told people for the longest time to ignore him until Kino...
He shouldn't be in charge of Twitch. He shouldn't be in charge of a fucking
right.
7-Eleven. He's a piece of shit. Okay? And I can say that wholeheartedly, all right? Because I've seen Twitch get more and more degraded over the years and fall apart at the seams. It used to be a website about game streaming. It used to be a website about content. Now it's about money. I don't care what you actually broadcast as long as we make money. That's essentially his mantra, okay? And he tries to but it's all about self-expression.
That's his mantra. Who's teaching him words?
And it's all about this. No, it's not. It's about money. Because people can't self-express themselves on his site unless they're in line with his philosophy on life. There's numerous cases where the rules are not actually enforced properly, where someone who has a certain mindset or has a certain political stance gets banned or gets removed from being able to have financial monetization of their content. But then someone else who's of a mindset he likes gets completely protected from everything. 100%. So this guy's a scumbag. And here's the truth.
No, he's not wrong. DSP isn't wrong necessarily in what he's saying. He is just jumping on the opportunity to shit on Twitch. Again, like I say, they might deserve some of that in this moment.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. Anyone who has morality, anyone who has a right mind, anyone who...
Oh, I don't know how long I can get on this soapbox. I'm sorry for the chick, because that sounds fucking scary and gross, but, like, I'm not sure...
Walked up and stabbed her in front of everyone. Just slit her throat. That very well could have happened. And he would have been like, well, we work with the creators for the security. It's unfortunate that happened. Maybe she should have banned him on a stream. What?
I mean, what do you want him to say? I'm not saying that the dude from Twitch or whatever the fuck his name is, I don't care. I'm not saying he's right. But I'm saying, what the fuck do you want him to say?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'm never going back to Twitch.
Yeah, we're not asking about you, dude.
And I can make money. Not anymore. Twitch is not a place where you can be discovered. Twitch is not a profitable place. Twitch pays you less than every other streaming site. You make more on YouTube. You make more on Kick. You make more on Rumble, for God's sakes. You make more everywhere. Except Twitch. Twitch is the worst place to stream. They will always put garbage content to the forefront so that they make...
The boner is strong with this one right now. Like, he's loving every bit of this. This is about a chick being assaulted. And now we're like, this is the worst place you can go for money.
More money. They won't help you. They won't protect you. They don't care about you. Whether you're a creator, whether you're a gamer, whether you're just a watcher, a viewer, they don't give a shit. They will allow their top talent to be assaulted and then brush it off like nothing happened. So stop with it. At this point, it's time for a change. It's time to say, take the broom, sweep the trash away, stop watching Twitch. I mean it. Stop watching people on Twitch. Stop broadcasting on Twitch. Leave Twitch. This is toxic for gaming. This is toxic for content creation. This is just toxic for human existence. You get it? The fact that this site is allowed to operate like this as a business is harmful to humanity as a whole. This man and his actions hurt humanity as a whole.
Do you really like hate the titty streamers that much? Like this just sounds like a lot. This just sounds like you're getting behind this issue so that you can complain because you're mad that you're not a cute hot titty streamer that's just making truckloads of money. Kind of what it sounds
Time to wake
like.
up. Instead of just listening to everyone, oh, Twitch is the place to be, man. Twitch is the cool place. No, it's not. It hasn't been for a very long time. Their entire mentality changed. They started being so underhanded with the way that they do things, the way that they handle issues. There's no consistency. There's no fairness there. There's no real profitability. But people just believe what they're told. Get out now. Go do something right for yourself. If you're a streamer,
Exactly, right. He's already forgotten about the super fucking scary, yucky, gross thing that happened to this girl. It's don't stream on Twitch. They don't pay you any money. Get out of here. That's why I don't fucking stream on Twitch. Forget that they departnered me.
on Twitch, do something right for yourself. Grab all your community with you and say, listen, if you actually like me and my community, this community, and this content that I stand for, we cannot be on this site anymore. They have now shown directly through their actions, they don't care about anything but money. It's time to leave. And that's what needs to happen because a place like that will never improve if they keep...
No. I'm not suggesting that the girl that this happened to is a titty streamer. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he's mad because that's primarily what pays like big bucks on Twitch. He's always been mad. He's always been mad that he doesn't make the money that those kinds of streamers make. I certainly never suggested that this chick did that.
Getting business. And they do...
Because like, I don't know who this chick is or whatever, but I didn't say she did that.
I can't wait to be a part...
Here's the thing. Even if she did... You don't you don't enter my bubble and start like, no.
Partnered streamer on Twitch. I'm celebrating. I finally made it. I'm partnered on Twitch. You're an idiot. No, you're actually stupid because you're giving that man money. That guy right there. Do you think he deserves a penny of your money? The guy who doesn't care about you or anything? Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. Had to rant a little bit, but I mean, I've been talking about Twitch for years about what a horrendous business they are. What an awful place they are for anything. You don't want to be there. That's toxic shit. Like, that's the definition of toxic shit. And people don't listen. They just believe, oh, well, I was told it's the best place to stream. It's the worst. It's actually the worst. You won't get discoverability. You won't get views. You won't make money there. They take half your money. Okay. All right. Well, that's one topic done. Let's do some shout outs. Okay. Then we'll get to our next topic, which is equally weird. Holy shit. Let's see here. We got some tips. We got some super chats. Let's get...
I'm running out of skip juice here quick. That was very, very long-winded, and he actually talked about what happened to her for about 6 minutes, and I think we've been trying to get through that story for like 45 minutes, so...
Someone tipped $2 says, on this topic, what's your strangest or weirdest fan interaction?
No.
All right. Tried to reach me for 2 years straight and be like, I just don't understand why you don't talk to me. Well, because I'm talking shit about you online every day. I said, because you just said it because it's online. The moment that I disconnect my internet and I'm spending time with my wife or we're going out and we're doing stuff, none of that online shit matters ever. It doesn't mean a thing.
Except it does.
That's so disconnected from the real life here. But a lot of people think that's real life. No, that's a computer. That's a computer screen. This is my real life. My person here, what I'm doing with my wife, what we're having fun. That's real life. Not the virtual relationship that you have with the streamer. That's not your real life. That's what you do with some of your free time. That shouldn't be the focus of your life. That parasocialism is way crazy and out of control. You see what I'm saying? And I think there's a lot of people who don't understand that. These are the people who they're into this toxic culture of online either obsession or hatred. It's one or the other. You like something so much you're obsessed with it because you love it, or you're obsessed with it because you hate it. Either way is equally toxic. And either way, you're messing your mind up. You are, because that's not real. It's not real at all. It's just a virtual thing your mind made up to make you, maybe because you didn't have anything in real life. Maybe you don't have any real life friends. You don't have anyone activities you do in real life, nothing you like to do, right? So now online becomes your entire presence. That's sad. Online is fine in moderation, just like everything else in life.
Says the man who's here 6, 7, 8 days a week. Yep, moderation.
If you live eternally...
Says the man who turns off his live stream, gets on his phone, and immediately goes to Twitter.
Online, 100%, your life is fucked. And you need to actually realize this, look in the mirror, be like, oh my God, I'm online 24/7. There's a problem there. There's a major problem there. You've got to make a split. You've got to start doing things for yourself, a real life. That's the best way, I'm telling you. Because let me tell you,
Yeah, I don't think you've said let me tell you twice now, and from the man who has filed for bankruptcy, committed bankruptcy fraud and committed tax fraud, I don't think I'm going to take your advice. Plush, thanks for being a member, honey, for 5 months. I appreciate you. Yet he met her originally as a fan and married her by choice or consequence. Oh my goodness. Let me see. What do we got here? Darkside Ranter, thank you for the 5. I appreciate you. Phil, you literally said during the Side Scrollers interview that your laptop access to your chat was your life.
it used to be like that for me. When I was a YouTuber, my whole life was online.
He's still a YouTuber.
Online, and look what happened. My real life friendships, they splintered. They broke apart. I lost friends because I was eternally online content. Right? Now, I've made that distinction. No. When I turn off this PC, when I'm off stream, that's the line between me and my real life. And my real life is more meaningful to me than my online presence. I'm sorry, it just is. I love my wife more than this. If it ever became, I have to, make a choice between an online presence or my wife wins. Okay? So.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of sounds like some cope right now.
It's that simple. But a lot of people can't even do this. Like, well, my whole life is just online. There will ever be a split. That's fucked. That's really, messed up. Seriously. Okay. Continuing on.
Okay.
Well, let's see here.
Continuing on, but we're not going to say anything.
Someone tipped $2, says, I believe Asmongold is a Kick co-streamer too. He gets thousands there. All it takes is for him to go, I'm not streaming on Twitch anymore, just Kick, and that's Twitch losing one of their top guys. More people need to say fuck Twitch now that they're streaming alternatives. Yeah, listen, here's the thing. If you were really struggling to be an online creator,
like you are,
right, you want to make it happen. And if Twitch was the only viable way to do it, because it's the only place where you could get views, it's the only place that you can make money streaming, then it's kind of hard to be like, well, you got to be the big man here, the big woman, and you got to say, oh, well, I'm going to, I'm going to bite the bullet and go stream somewhere else where I get no views and basically I go out of business. That's not the case anymore. Now there's so many viable alternatives. YouTube is definitely one. Kick is definitely one.
How long are we going to do this? Didn't we have a different story?
We're going to be playing you guys animations, but because these memberships are still continuing, I still can't. We have to wait for these to die out.
Okay.
So I got a $5 tip.
I think I'll be long gone.
They banned her favorite.
Maybe that should tell you something, though. The person gave you 250 subs. Why is it taking hours for this shit to go away? Why is everyone on the screen for 20 seconds?
Bodyguard previously, he protected her from an incident at TwitchCon 2 years ago. They initially gave the assailant a 30-day Twitch ban for the assault. That Clancy Fells. Anyway, he's saying Dan Clancy went out partying with streamers the same night of the incident. Of course he did. That's that guy. Look at that guy. Look at this guy. Look at this man.
He just hates this dude so much.
Does this look like the guy who you want in charge of your future? Does this guy look in any way, shape, or form like a professional who thinks he knows what he's doing?
Do you look like a professional? Do you look like you know what you're doing?
No, but that's who they have in charge of Twitch. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm really glad you're not in charge of anything.
These idiotic companies, man. He's out partying. He's having a good time. Oh, that happened. Oh, who cares? I'll just bullshit tomorrow in an interview, and I'll say we're working on it. And I'm so sorry it happened. All right, but what are you actually doing? Well, he doesn't have any answers for that because they're not actually doing anything because they don't care. Let's see here. I got a $2 tip about Hassan. Yeah, I know all about it. We're not going to talk about Hassan today. Everyone already has talked about it till they were blue in the face. You guys know.
I don't want to talk about that. I just want to shit on Twitch some more.
I love animals, and I don't, I would never, ever, ever defend that kind of behavior. So, yeah, I think you can figure out my opinions on it, but we're not.
Oh, gee, I had no idea. Chiba, thank you for the 2, honey. I appreciate you. He's mushmouth. He's atrophied. He's gay. Let me see what we got here. Angry Monkey, I appreciate the 2, honey. Remember, kids, never get involved in internet drama.
Okay. To be honest, I don't even think we have time for our other topic, the Miyamoto topic.
No, you got such a fucking rage boner for your little Twitch man there.
I don't think we're going to get to it. Abdullah, it says here you became a member. I don't know if that's a re-upping or whatever, and there's no way for me to tell now because the stream's all screwed up because of the insane amount of gifteds. So if you did actually become a member today, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Vassild did a $13.13 super chat. And
Oh, yeah, he didn't count all of Ryan's money. I forgot.
says, parasocial people are the result of extreme loneliness, sadly, and it is far worse for female streamers. They think there's a chance they will date them. It's all a scary time to be a creator.
Well, you'd know all about that, Ryan.
What they say or do, how they act, if they're flirting, if they're smooching, they're just doing it to get your money. That's it. There's no one else. There's no one out there who's thinking that at all. But on the other end, these people who are, again, they're living eternally online. 100% of their existence is spent online. So they actually think that's a relationship. Like, oh my God, I got an interaction from this streamer today. And then they get the wrong idea, and now they're nuts. And now they're obsessed with you, and then this shit happens at TwitchCon, which is insane.
Okay.
Princess Luna, thank you for a $14.
Thank you again, Ryan, for more money.
I'm going to try to cumulatively update this first, and then we'll celebrate.
Oh, did he hit another goal? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, I think I'll just pause the stream here and see how everyone's doing today. I've wasted all the skip juice, so I have fucked myself because I don't want to hear this really obnoxious celebration that is about to happen. So we'll just linger here for a minute and I'll see what we can do.
Thank you for that. Stevester with a $10 super chat. He says, exactly, bro. It's sad. What the heck, Twitch? Thank you, Steve.
Exactly, bro. What the heck, Twitch? Them's fighting words from a big, strong man. What the heck?
Dylan with a $5 super chat. Why do we have old people running Twitch? Well, listen, there's nothing wrong with old people running anything.
You shouldn't ask the 43-year-old man, why do we have old people running Twitch? Because that could open up the door to a lot of other questions, like, why are we paying this 43-year-old man's bills?
The problem is the people who they have in charge of these things are completely out of touch. You got people running Microsoft who are running the company into the ground with repeated choice after choice that makes no sense, and every time they make it, the entire gaming community says,
this from, like, King Out of Touch, by the way.
Is what are you doing? But they don't listen. Right? You got Nintendo that literally...
No, he didn't say why he was late. He just shows up.
Abuses its customer base time and time again. It's almost like a Stockholm Syndrome situation where the customer base keeps giving Nintendo to not give them what they want, but Nintendo just keeps getting away with it. You got Twitch, which is literally the worst place to stream. They've got the lowest quality standards. They've got promotion.
Honey, you're just looping now. Let it go. I know you're still mad. It's okay, but...
Of sexualized content to minors on their front page. They've got the worst monetization options in the industry. But somehow people believe that Twitch is the best place to stream. It's not that Dan Clancy is old.
This is like a 16-year-old boy mad that the cool kids in the cafeteria don't want him to sit at the table. So he makes his own table and talks about how shitty the popular table is because he's mad he can't get a seat over there.
Old? It's that he's just uncaring. Okay? He's actually the worst kind of person to run a social site because he doesn't care about the community that needs that site. You know what I'm saying? Like, the idea between a social network or a social site is that you're building a community and you should care about that community. You should want to protect them. You should want them to be safe. You should want the content to not be corrupting, to not be hurting. He doesn't care as long as the money prints. So he's the worst person. If he has no moral compass inside to direct him to good, then he should not be running a website that's supposed to be a social place for humans. Get it? You need to have actual social people, like moral people, to actually fucking run these places, and they don't.
So not you, basically. Social and moral people. So not you. Got it.
Have them. Instead, you got these corrupt fucking assholes who are in charge of this place.
Just count your money and play the game, man.
Oh, let's see here. Weak Sauce did a $2 super chat to say, no one cares about my opinion. Well, that's weird, Weak Sauce, because it looks like I have hundreds of people across 2 different platforms watching me live. I have probably about 1,000 people watching me on illegal restream.
I think it's Raw Phil right now. They're sitting at 700 and something. I've got 300. I don't know if anybody else is streaming right now. So it is at least 1,000. All I can see right now is me and Raw Phil. WPIG might be up, but they're not popping on my list for some reason. Somebody else might be, I'm not sure.
People will be clipping this like crazy and sending it all over the internet today. Okay, so I think people do actually care. Oh, by the way, look at all the support I also got on the stream. Just saying, you know. You want to know, Weak Sauce? I think what actually the point is that no one cares about your opinion, but thanks for your $2. Okay.
He really needed that. Like, his self-esteem really needed that.
Okay, I think we're caught up. All right, good, we are caught up. So since we're caught up, I think it's time to celebrate, because, folks, guess what? With all these contributions, we
are going to skip the cringe.
Miyamoto, Nintendo's movies counter games obsolescence. What? Shigeru Miyamoto explained in a Kyoto News interview.
Oh, wow, we're actually going to do this. Okay.
Nintendo is expanding into films to create lasting
Yeah, he literally pulled a nuh-uh, you are.
Impact. Wait, what?
Everyone cares about me. Rawphil has 700 and some when I looked. I have 300 and some when I looked. He has 250. I just want that pointed out there. And I'm sure whoever else is restreaming right now, if there is anybody else, they also have more. So
Miyamoto doesn't think that Nintendo has lasting cultural impact yet? As video games become unplayable with new hardware releases, he referenced upcoming projects like the 2026 Super Mario Galaxy animated film and the 2027 live-action Legend of Zelda adaptation, building on the 2023 Super Mario Bros. Movie's $1.3 billion box office success. The comments prompted discussion.
Are you just gonna, like, I could read this if I
First
was
of all,
interested.
let's analyze that statement.
Oh, I don't want to analyze it. Why aren't we done?
Games eventually stop running when newer versions come out. So because Super Mario Galaxy 2 was just released on the Switch 2, you can't play original Super Mario Brothers? What? What does that even mean? The statement doesn't make sense at all. Like, it's confusing. Like, what is he trying to say? Is he trying to say that when a new version of a game comes out that's modernized, the original is obsolete? I don't think that's true. To this day, I would much rather play some of the classics like Street Fighter 2 over the modern Street Fighter 6. Everyone might just talk about Street Fighter 6, but that doesn't mean Street Fighter 2 doesn't exist or can't be played. I would still much rather play Super Mario World on the SNES than a modern Mario game. That doesn't mean that, because there's a modern one that the original doesn't exist. So what is he saying? The other half of the statement's even more confusing.
I think you're the one who might be confusing things, but I'm paying so little attention. I agree. This is like super dull. I'm out of skip juice. I have fucked us all.
Would you like me to give you a perfect example?
No, I really wouldn't. I want you to shut the fuck up and let the rest of us move on with our day.
The Super Mario Brothers movie.
That's what I want.
No, not that movie. I'm talking about the Super Mario Brothers movie. The live action one from the early 1990s.
Where you're stuck in the early 1990s? Yeah, we know, Grandpa.
Anyone remember that movie? I do. I saw it in theaters.
We know, Grandpa. We know.
It was horrible. It was so bad it was good. It's really one of the worst movies ever made, in my opinion. Even the actors, Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo admitted in interviews, the movie was so bad they got drunk on set before they started doing their acting so that they could get through it because it was so bad they had to be drunk to actually do the movie. But here's the point I'm making.
Boy, we are just going all over the place. What is happening?
Does anyone actually really remember that movie? No. Why? Because that movie came out. So now when you say the Super Mario movie, everyone says, oh yeah,
If you said the Super Mario movie before this one came out, like no one's going to think about the one from the 90s.
the CGI
No one's
one
going to
with
think
all the-
about this.
No one says, oh, the Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo movie. So there's been tons of instances where in the movies, because a newer version came out, the old version is completely forgotten. How many movies have remakes or they get redone 10, 20, 30 years later, and no one even realizes that there was an original and this is actually a remake. They just think that's the original. So his point saying, well, if we take these video games and we make them movies, well, now they're going to stand the test of time. They're going to last forever. Even that's not true. So the first half of his statement, games eventually stop running when newer versions come out, is just wrong.
I zoned out. What the fuck is he going on about? Something about the Mario Brothers movie. I'm really not super paying attention.
And then number two, films remain forever. That's also wrong. So I don't understand what in the holy hell this guy is saying. And the sad fact is, I do hold Miyamoto in insanely high regard. I think he's a creative genius. But at this point, maybe we have the wrong people in charge. Maybe he should just stay behind the creativity.
So in other words, he just hates everybody who's in charge of everything. And everybody is a retard who's in charge of anything except for him.
Of making games and not be in charge of parts of the company, because what he's saying is just nonsense. And it's funny because if you actually look at how people react to this, for example, this person, God forbid someone wants to make them run longer and Ninty sues them. Emulation has actually done a fantastic job of preserving games forever, despite Nintendo's best.
Why are we just reading things on Twitter and then people's comments? Why are we, do we have to do this?
Efforts to the contrary. It's correct. Basically what's happened is people have attempted to keep Nintendo games alive.
He thinks he's the smartest person in the room. He sure does. And boy, he sure does love how to tell everybody their fucking job.
Nintendo games that aren't actively being sold, that can't really be played on a modern platform, people try to emulate them, and time again, Nintendo sues them and says, you can't do that. That's our IP. That's our property. Sue you to take it down. It's like, okay, we understand you want to protect your intellectual property, but then why don't you offer that to the public? If you're not going to actively offer it and sell it yourself, why are you shutting down people's ability to engage in art? Because that's what it is. People want to enjoy art, and they can't because Nintendo is basically gatekeeping it. We threw it into the Nintendo vault, and you just can't play it anymore. Well, what's with that? Doesn't even make sense. Because what he's saying, games eventually stop running when newer versions come out. Yeah, but that's your choice. You easily could have these games on Nintendo Switch Online. You could have a full emulator suite that you run that people pay to access. But instead, you hide your games in a vault. You close the door. You're the one that chooses that your games stop running. So you're the reason that your games are fading into obscurity. It's not the gamers. The gamers love your games. The gamers want to play your games. I would love to play all the Nintendo classics. I love them. So why are you gatekeeping them? What he's saying is just wildly crazy because he...
Oh, my God in heaven, please.
shouldn't be making these kind of decisions, making these kind of public statements, because this doesn't make any sense at all. From a gamer's perspective, we're like, no, it's not the case. Does he actually believe that? Because it couldn't be further from the truth. I've been saying recently, when it comes to classic Capcom fighting games, if Capcom would literally put the effort into creating a suite or a game, an app, where all their classic fighting games were available in there, but it was cross-platform, it had great online features, maybe a chat messaging system, a full ranking system that actually...
This is why we're not finishing Silk Song, by the way.
...actually mattered and had promotions, demotions, you know, like a modern fighting game, then maybe people would actually care to keep playing their classic fighting games on a regular basis. The problem is Capcom doesn't do that. They literally go for the instant profit. So there'll be a collection and they'll put Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter 3. They'll throw it in the collection. No crossplay whatsoever. Online connections suck ass. Lobby system is terrible and doesn't have the features you need. The online ranking system doesn't work properly.
We're talking about movies. Like what's happening? I don't know. My brain cells are
is broken.
Hurting.
And they release it and everyone plays it for 2 months and says, well, that's it. And then that never gets played again. Then in another 5-7 years, they'll release the same games again in another collection to make another instant profits. And then it just gets dropped again. if you would actually create something that would have quality, people would care about your classics and they have posterity. But instead, you look for the instant profits. You look for the quick buck. Nintendo has done the same. They'll sell you the game, then make it so you can't buy it again for 10 years. Then all of a sudden, here's a version of the game that's on the Game Boy Advance. Oh, cool. But now that's obsolete. Well, now here's a version of the game for the Nintendo DS. Oh, cool. Well, now that's obsolete. So now make the original game digital on this service. Oh, wait, that service got shut down. Buy it again on this service. You're the ones gatekeeping the game, not us. We love the game. We would love to keep making it culturally relevant.
Phil is a dementia simulator. Watching him loop makes you feel like you have dementia.
Talk about it, but you keep hiding it and charging again for it. So you're the one creating the situation. You act like it's culture. It's not culture. It's you. It's
this is getting to be like a lot.
Corporate greed. It's Nintendo's desire to sell and resell and resell and resell the same content.
This from the man who paywalls the paywall and paywalls the paywall's paywall.
And that makes it not culturally relevant anymore because no one can access it when they want.
Are you like, you're really grumpy today, and you've got $300. I don't know, all of it might not be real, but you've got like at least $200. Like,
ugh. Extreme Machine says Miyamoto's been out of touch with various aspects of gaming for a while. Even back in Galaxy, the director had.
All of Hill Gaming, thanks for the 2, honey. I appreciate you. Rip brain cells, boy. I know that's right. I'm fading out here.
Story stuff. And
I should have just called it at the top of the hour, but I'm like, I'll see where he's going with this, and I don't know why I did this because the answer is nowhere.
Advocate for its inclusion afterward. Sheesh.
Come on, old man, move this shit along.
Okay.
Come on, Grandpa. Oh, now we're going to stop and read the chat and count some more money, and he'll have to go get the controller.
Right. So I think we've covered the stories I wanted to cover. I went long on the show, but it's time to wrap it up. All right. We'll be back on Tuesday.
Okay.
Tuesday morning is the Halloween special. What we're going to do, we're going to go into your guys' nominations.
Just a tip from the future, even though I haven't been there yet, it's not going to be very special.
Of games for the Halloween marathon. Okay. And we're going to see exactly what games you want. And we're going to try to make that happen. Maybe, I don't know if we'll do a poll or if we will just simply say, hey, these are the most nominated games, just roll with them. We'll see. Maybe what we could do, because a lot of the games I've probably never even heard of, we can look them up and see what these games are, where they're available. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they're actively accessible. Because I hate to say it, sadly, sometimes people will nominate something and it just doesn't make sense. Like if you nominated a 47-hour-long RPG and the first half hour is just the intro, I'm not playing that during the Halloween marathon. That's
my bad,
the point of the marathon. Quickly taking action on the gifted memberships. I would have been able to stop all of those pop-ups, but because I didn't, there was no real way to stop them, and now they started rolling in. They've been going the entire podcast, and they're still going. If you got a gifted...
That is all your fault. That is all your fault. They run for too long. They should run for a fraction of the time that they run. And you can also just click that little scene off.
Membership on YouTube, congrats.
He's not off tomorrow. He's just not doing a podcast, or so he says.
It's still real for you. Sadly, I think the 300 that I got from the first guy, they're all fake, and I'm not going to get that support. I'll probably make like $20 on it. But hey, after that, we got legit stuff, and I really do appreciate that. Okay? It looks like there was maybe one more contribution.
Oh, yeah, gotta count that one
more.
more.
You can trade for evolutions if you're a single player.
Oh, now we're gonna start talking about Pokemon and
I recommend
shit.
looking into that. Oh, yeah, because I want to trade my Kadabra, make it Alakazam, and I have I have the Ghastly, which eventually you have to try to make it a Gengar, and you can't unless you trade it, right? All right. I mean, maybe
the Ghastly has to go to the Haunter and then the Gengar, asshole.
There's a way to do it. I have to look into that.
Stop playing games that you obviously don't fucking know anything about, and those are Gen 1 Pokemon too. Like, really, you ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself.
Thank you. But no shiny encounters. Yeah, at least none that I've noticed or understood. Very well.
Well, the shit you don't understand, sir, could fill a fucking warehouse.
Maybe I ran into a shiny and didn't realize it was a shiny. Okay. Thank you for the $1. All right, so guys, here's the deal. It's time for a break. And, my internet is dropping off. Look at this. My internet just dropped off.
You You are so fucking boring, the internet is leaving you.
Did you guys see that? What on earth caused that? Is it back now? Good thing we're done with the show. The internet dropped off and came right back. I don't know, entire time, and said that Silk Song Act 3 is amazing. It's super difficult, but it's very fun. And, you know, it's really good stuff. I'm excited for it. So I'll be back.
Clearly, that's why we're 20 minutes late starting the game and we're still rambling.
In a few, and we'll start up with Silk Song Act 3.
He also didn't know Totodile. He did not.
Thank you guys so very much for your support today. The fact that we got 2 goals already is ridiculous. We could potentially hit a 3rd goal on this stream, in which case we'd only have 2 to go to do DSP Tries It. We might potentially do DSP Tries It tomorrow at this rate, because usually we hit one for Truck Sim. So,
honey, there's no more money coming now.
We hit another goal and
Ryan gave you money on every account he has. He must have got, I don't know, maybe he got paid on Friday, but there's no more money coming, sweetheart.
another one. That means only 1 more goal. We could do it tomorrow. Okay. Guys, enjoy the break. Enjoy some highlight clips, and I'll be back shortly
Enjoy me sitting here just earning money on all the people watching and not doing anything.
with Silk Song. I'll see you in a few.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, he's going to go and fuck off now. So that is going to do it for me. Oh, that was long and awful and terrible. And oh my God, but we got through it together. He will not be doing a podcast tomorrow. So I might, depending on what cringy shit he does later on in the day, I might do a daily roast in the morning or maybe a different video. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream, if he really isn't going to do like a full, podcast or whatever, but I'll be back at some point and we'll hang out and make fun of this fucking douchebag. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Be safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope it's a good one. I do invite you to subscribe to my channel. Tonight, make sure you're subbed over on Mr. Toxic's channel. You don't have to be subbed. I'm just saying it. We are going to play Monopoly and see who's better. And I mean, obviously it's me, but that's okay. It is what it is. Check out his stream, 8 o'clock tonight Eastern. We'll be there and we'll battle it out Monopoly style. Appreciate everybody. Sub if you want. If not, that's fine. Not your mom. Can't tell you what to do. As always, stay toxic, my friends. Big ups, everybody.
In your ears and the whole chat knows mystery queen, but she runs the show, bringing big mood on a late night flow. She's got no lights, no streamy tricks, just killer vibes and her sassy quips. Every line she drops is pure gold fire, keeping fans up all night, never tired. She don't need a face to steal the scene. Laugh so loud, you know what I mean. From chill to wild, she flips the switch. Toxie's got that magic glitch. Toxie on the mic and she's blowing it up. No face reveal, still they can't get enough. Just a vibe, just a sound, just a spark in the night. She's the voice that makes your world feel right. From shy hellos to wild confessions, Toxie's stream is a whole obsession. She don't play games, she plays your brain. Witty and quick with that sugar and flame. One voice note and you're hooked for real. Can't see her, but you feel what you feel. No filters, no fake, she's the realest around. Her laugh hits hard like a beat downtown. Every stream's a party, lights off, sound high. You don't need a face when you know you can fly. She's the girl next door with a mystery twist. Dropping late night stories that you can't resist. Just her mic, just her soul, that's the trick. And the chat keeps coming back real quick. Toxie on the mic and she's blowing it up. No face reveal, still they can't get enough. Just a vibe, just a sound, just a spark in the night. She's the voice that makes your world feel right. From shy hellos to wild confessions, Toxie stream is a whole obsession. She's a whisper in the dark. She's the fire, she's the spark. Not about the views or clout. She's what real fun's all about. Toxie on the mic and a queen unseen, but her energy's loud and her talk is clean. Feel the beat, hear her laugh, raise your what you